Hello everybody, welcome back to the HardReset.Info channel. In today's video, I'll show you the first 10 things to do after setup on your Honor 600 Lite 5G. So first, we are after setup. There's nothing configured on our phone. What are we going to do first is we're going to go over into these settings and we're going to go and enable the Wi-Fi. So we want to go over and select the network, and then we're going to enter the password and click connect. So now it is connecting to a network. As you guys can see, we are finally connected. And what are we going to do next is we're going to go over to the display and brightness settings. Here we can choose our styles, so we can choose a dark mode or we can choose a light mode depending on what we like. We can also enable auto switch from sunset to sunrise. And the first thing here we're going to actually do is change the brightness to our liking. So I feel like this brightness right here is very good. Now you can disable automatic brightness unless you really want your brightness to be adjusted automatically. Sometimes it might just be wrong, and you might have a lot more brightness than you actually need. Next, what are we going to do is we're going to scroll down, and here in the refresh rate, we can select either dynamic, standard, or high. So dynamic is we'll try and go over to 120 Hz. Standard is capped to 60, and high, it refreshes 120 Hz all the time. And of course we can manage apps using high refresh rates, for example Google Maps, and that's basically what we set up. Now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go over and set up the biometrics. So let's scroll a bit down. We're going to go to biometrics and password. Now I do not have a lock screen password, and neither do you if you just set up your phone. So here we can select the unlock method. We can choose a 4-digit PIN, custom PIN, pattern, or password. So for example, you guys can select a custom PIN, and this is how it will look like, 4 to 32 digits. So I'll choose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Make sure to not put the same password as me. This is a very unsafe password, and you can get your information stolen. Make sure that you forget your PIN, because if you don't, then you will have to reset your phone. And we're going to click OK. Now, as you guys can see, it will ask us automatically if we want to add a fingerprint. And of course we do. So let's click add. And here, the accuracy of fingerprint sensor may be affected if you're using a third-party screen protector. So this is a good note. It's worth noting. As you guys can see, we are placing our finger flat from all different directions, so we can finally fill it all up. Now we need to get to the edges. And soon we should be ready. But as you guys can see, the last ones were pretty bad. Now it is also asking us for face recognition, but first let's check if the PIN is working. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It is working properly. Now let's see the fingerprint. It is also working properly. Let's go over and do the face recognition. We need to enter the password that we just created, and we're gonna either enable or disable enable raise to wake. So it's totally up to us. We're going to go over, click get started, and here we need to make sure that our face is in the frame. So it should look like this. So you guys probably won't see it, but we need to put our phone pretty much straight so this can see my face. And I wasn't even looking at it, yet we got this done. So as you guys can see, it unlocks my phone without any issues. Now let me quickly stop looking at it. It's not going up. The face recognition is in progress and it cannot get it. So let's try again. It opens up without any issues. So as you guys can see, this is very detailed. Now we got everything set up here from the biometrics. What are we going to do next is we can go over and disable the apps that we do not need. So we all know that we're always getting some apps that we don't really need on our phone. We got some essentials right here, and we can try and uninstall, let's say, tips like Honor Docs, and we can do that for every single app that we do not need and make sure that it's deletable, because as you guys can see, for example, System Manager cannot be deleted. So we've set up our biometrics, we adjusted the display brightness and the refresh rate. Now what are we going to do is we're going to go over and go to settings, go to system and updates, and here go to system navigation. Here you guys can choose the combination of 3 or 4 keys. As you guys can see, the 4th key looks like this. It will basically open up the control center. Here we can change the combination, and we can also use gestures. So let me quickly show you how the gestures work. Basically, you swipe right here to go back. You can swipe also right here. You need to hold while swiping up to see all the apps. Swipe faster without holding it to leave the apps. And of course, this is the part that they don't teach you in the tutorials. You can swipe at the bottom. So you got this little button at the center. Now you can swipe right at the bottom to change the apps. So this is how you guys can easily enable those gestures, and it's pretty simple. I think it's better than using 3 buttons. I feel like all those 3 buttons are very outdated and overrated by many people. We also disabled some bloatware. We got rid of any apps that we do not need. What are we going to do next is we're going to go over in the settings, and in those settings we're going to go to battery. Now in the battery, we want to make sure that the battery optimization here is done. So we're going to click optimize, and now our battery is optimized. In the more battery settings, of course, make sure that system optimization also says optimized. If not, then tap on this and it will optimize itself. So what are we going to do next is we're going to go over and customize our home screen. So it's not holding your finger here. We need to pinch it, and even our phone tells us to do that. Now let's go over at a new page, and what are we going to do is we're going to go to cards, and here we can add the widgets. We can add text widgets, clocks, gallery, weather, and here we have app cards. So let's say I want the widgets, I want the backup one. Now let's go over and add another one like Gmail. Maybe not the Gmail, because we would need to log in to choose the mailbox, but we're going to go over and we can choose the calendar, for example. Now we can choose another one like text widget, and here we can choose the one that we need. So I'll choose this one. If you want to customize it right here, what we're going to do is we're going to hold it, click edit card, and here we can change the text to something that we want to change. So as you guys can see here, we got our hard reset. Let me quickly bring the reset back. Now we're going to close the keyboard. Here we can change the alignment and the size of the text. Of course, we can change the thickness too. So let's put it like this so you guys can see it. Let's click apply, and we got the hard reset right here. So that's how you guys can easily customize your home screen. There's a lot of things that you can do at the same time, and that's basically what you guys can do here. Now for the last resort of making sure that the phone will last forever is go into the settings and go over, scroll down until you see system and updates, go to software update, and here make sure that you are on the latest version of the MagicOS. So as you guys can see, I am on the latest version. It says you're up to date right here, but if you're not, then make sure to click on the button. It'll be right at the bottom right here. So I do have the check for updates here, but you will have a button to download and install the latest version. It's very important to actually download the latest version because we want to make sure that there's no old glitches from previous versions of the software running on our device. So keep that in mind whenever you set up your phone for the first time. Make sure to update your software at the end of it. So that's it for the video. I hope it was helpful. If it was, then leave a like, subscription, and a comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
In In front of me is Honor 600 Lite 5G, and today I would like to show you how you can switch on or off high performance mode. Start by opening Settings and scrolling to hit Battery. Now tap on Battery mode here and select Performance at the top. As you can see, after a few seconds, high performance was successfully enabled. To disable it, tap on Battery mode again and choose any other one, like Balanced. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Bye!
Hello everybody, welcome back to HardReset.Info channel. In today's video, I'll show you how to easily block unwanted calls like anti-spam and call filtering on your Honor 600 Lite 5G. So first, what you guys want to do is open up the phone app. Now, what you guys want to do here is we're going to click on those dots right here, go to settings, and we are in the settings now. So what we're going to do here is we're going to go to caller ID and spam. Now we can enable filter spam calls. So now there's a call filtering that the suspected scam, if it's calling you, then simply this app will prevent it. So after enabling it, whenever somebody's calling you and you answer and it turns out to be a spam, but it wasn't detected as a spam call by this, what you guys want to do is go over and go to blocked numbers. Here you click add a number and then you type in the block number, you click block, and now this number is blocked right here. And for the information, I don't know this number. This is a fictional number and it doesn't exist. So that's how you guys can basically do that. This is how you guys can block unwanted calls. I hope this video was helpful. If it was, then leave a like, subscription, and a comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Hello everybody, welcome back to the HardReset.Info channel. In today's video, I'll show you how to enable developer options on your Honor 600 Lite 5G. So first, what you guys want to do is go over into the settings. Now, after you go into the settings, you need to scroll over until you see about phone. Now here, what are we going to do is we're going to go over and we got the build number. Now we want to go over and tap it until we see draw unlock pattern or enter password. Now we got a notification that we are a developer. So as you guys can see, now we go over into system and updates and we got the developer options right here. As you guys can see, we can go over and keep the screen on while charging temperature limit. We can enable the power saving mode from here. We can enable the OEM unlock. And of course, we can do a lot of things here. We can also do the wireless debugging, USB debugging, and this is very good if you're using your phone and you want to actually transfer something. For an example, this is just a quick example. You can do the ADB settings here, so the Android debug bridge, and that's basically it. So this is how you guys can become a developer for the Honor. I hope this video was helpful. If it was, then leave a like, subscription, and a comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Hello everybody, welcome back to the HardReset.Info channel. In today's video, I'll show you how to enable 120Hz display on Honor 600 Lite 5G. So first, we are in the main menu, the home screen. Now what are we going to do is we're going to go over into the settings, and now in the settings here, we're going to scroll down to display and brightness. Here in display and brightness, what are we going to do is we're going to scroll down. Here we got the refresh rate, and now as you guys can see, we can set it to dynamic, so it is up to 120. We can set it up to 60, so I don't know if you guys will notice the difference, but this is how it looks like on the camera now. And now let's go over to display and brightness. Let's go to the refresh rate and change it to high. So now it should be a bit smoother. I mean, it is definitely for me, but YouTube definitely likes to cut the video's frame rate to 50 or 60 FPS. So the difference on the video may not be noticeable at all. but definitely the 120 Hz is much better, it's much smoother, and it can of course drain your battery a bit faster, but there's a visual difference and you will see it once you enable it. So here you guys can easily change it, and after you change it, you can simply enjoy like a new life for the phone because it's definitely much smoother. So that's it for the video. I hope it was helpful. If it was, then leave a like, subscription, and a comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Hello everybody, welcome back to HardReset.Info channel. In today's video, I'll show you the duplicate photo and duplicate file cleaner on Honor 600 Lite 5G. So first, what we're going to do is we're going to open up the Gallery app. Here, what we're going to do is we're going to go over and we need to scroll all the way down in the album section to clean up suggestions. Now, here we have the duplicate images. We got the screenshots, similar images, and screen recordings. So we can go over to duplicate images. Here, we got a lot of these. So we're going to choose, let's say, this one, or we're just going to go and click on keep only one item. Now we're going to clean that up, and we get 8 megabytes back. So it's not actually a lot, but still, if you got more duplicate images and you don't even notice, then it can actually be way more than that. So, of course, you can recover them within 10 days. So we're going to click on delete, and we're going to go to recently deleted now. So this is the album with the recently deleted pictures. We actually deleted 5 of them, and now we got only 1 of the pictures left. Now, what you guys want to do is go over into settings, storage, and here click on cleanup. And here we got the duplicate files. I got 1 group of them, so I can just click on cleanup. As you guys can see, it's the images, so we can delete them, and now they are permanently deleted. So that's what you guys can basically do. This is how you guys can clean the duplicate file and photos. I hope this video was helpful. If it was, then leave a like, subscription, and a comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Hello everybody, welcome back to HardReset.Info channel. In today's video, I'll show you how to fix your frozen screen and unresponsive screen on the Honor 600 Lite 5G. So first, what you guys want to do is press the power button and the volume up button. Now, what we need to do is press the power button and the volume down button for more than 10 seconds. Do not mind the screenshot being taken. Just keep on holding it until you see that your screen goes black. You will see this right here. We got the Honor logo, and the phone will basically restart. So this is the first step. Now we're waiting for our phone to turn back on. Now, as you guys can see, we can go over and swipe up to unlock. Of course, the password is required after a restart. So we enter the password, and now we can easily test the responsiveness. Sometimes it may be just glitchy or laggy because we just enabled the phone back on. And as you guys can see, sometimes it's not working properly, but still, we need to wait for the phone to fully turn on because it's just after a restart. Now, what are we going to do next as a last resort is go over to settings, and here in the settings, we're going to swipe down until we see system and updates. Now, software update, and it's checking automatically, so we can check if we are on the latest version. Of course we are. So that's basically what you guys can do here. Now, if you're not on the latest version, you'll have a button to download it right here, and you'll simply need to press it so you're not on the old version. That's it for the video. I hope it was helpful. If it was, then leave a like, subscription, and a comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Hello everybody, welcome back to HardReset.Info channel. In today's video, I'll show you how to fix app crashes fix on your Honor 600 Lite 5G. So first, what you guys want to do is go over into the settings, and in those settings, we're going to go over into apps. Now, what you guys want to do is go to manage apps, and here we're going to choose an app that we want to easily fix. So for example, I'll choose the Epic Games. Now, what you guys want to do first is go over and go to storage. Here we want to click on clear data. And if you got some cache, then it will also automatically clear the cache once you click on clear data. Now the data is free. And what we're going to do now is we're going to reinstall it. So it might be hard right now because this app is an APK file, so it might be hard for me to uninstall it. But once your app is on Google Play Store, then you will have no issues with just finding it in the Play Store app by this search. So here you just enter the name of your app. You can easily just install any app, just like this as an example. And after you reinstall the app, you go back into the settings, and here we're going to click on force stop. We're going to click force stop, and the app will still work properly. Now, basically after the force stop, app should be working, but before that, before enabling it again, what we're going to do is we're going to go and check for software updates. So we're going to go to System and Updates, click on Software Update, and as you guys can see, it's checking for the latest version. My version is up to date, but if yours isn't, then I recommend you updating it. It's very important to keep up with the latest version of the software, and that's basically it for the video. So I hope it was helpful. If it was, then leave a like, subscription, and a comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Hello everybody, welcome back to the HardReset.Info channel. In today's video, I'll show you how to fix screen rotation not working on your Honor 600 Lite 5G. So what are we going to do first is we're going to go over and enable quick rotate in the quick settings. So let's go over, unlock our phone. And what are we going to do is we're going to open up Control Center from the right and make sure that the auto rotate looks like this. So let me quickly lower the brightness for you guys so you guys can see it more clearly. We got the auto rotate. Now it is disabled, and once we see it with the white and blue color, that means it's enabled. What are we going to do now is we're going to test the gyroscope and in different apps. So we're going to test it and we're going to rotate our phone. So let's go over to the Play Store for an example. Now here, what we're going to do is we're going to put our phone like this. And as you guys can see, the gyroscope works perfectly fine. So there's basically no issues with it. But if it's not working for you, what you guys want to do is go over and restart the phone to refresh the sensors. So press the power button, volume up button until you see this menu pop up. Now tap restart and tap again to restart the phone. Now it's restarting, and I'll see you guys in a second once the restart is completely done. Now after the restart, what are we going to do as a last resort is we're going to update our software to fix any sensor issues. So we're going to go to settings and scroll all the way down until we see system and updates. Now tap on software update, the first option from the top, and it's automatically checking for the latest version. And my version is up to date, but if yours isn't, then I recommend you updating. It's very important to get rid of any old glitches running around on your device. And that's basically it for the video. So I hope it was helpful. If it was, then leave a like, subscription, and a comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Hello everybody, welcome back to the HardReset.Info channel. In today's video, I'll show you how to fix speaker not working on your Honor 600 Lite 5G. So first, what you guys want to do is go over and check the volume levels in these settings. So we're going to open up the settings app right here. Now we're going to go over until we see the sound and haptics. Here we got the volume. Now we want to click on show more, and here we will have the music, videos, and games and calls. Make sure that you max those out. So you don't really need to, but this setup is fine. Now the next thing that you want to do is go over and clean the speaker grill with a soft brush. So if you got a soft brush laying around, make sure that you treat this grill very good, because if it's stuck with dust inside of it, then it can simply be filled and it will just block every single sound. So we definitely do not want it. Now what you guys want to do next is go over and go to Bluetooth. Now we got the Bluetooth disabled, but if your Bluetooth is enabled, make sure to turn that off, because we don't want our audio to be routed to any other device, or we just want to make sure that there's no other devices connected. Now what next? We're going to go over, press the power button, the volume up button, and here we're going to click restart, and we're going to tap to restart the phone. So now the phone is restarting, And I'll see you guys in a second once the restart is done. Now, after the restart, what we're going to do is we're going to update our software. So we're going to go over into the settings. Now in those settings, we're going to swipe all the way down, and the phone is lagging because I just turned off, but we're going to click on the system and updates. We're going to click software update, and here we're going to make sure that we are on the latest version. So as you guys can see, I am, but if you guys are not, then I recommend you updating. It's very important to keep up with the latest version, and that's basically it. So I hope this video was helpful. If it was, then leave a like, subscription, and a comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Hello everybody, welcome back to HardReset.Info channel. In today's video, I'll show you how to fix your phone heating while charging on the Honor 600 Lite 5G. So first, it is normal if you charge your device using fast charging. So I've got the charger right here. Now let's plug it in. And as you guys can see, we got the information that it's charging, and now it's supercharging. So that means the phone is now charging at insanely fast speeds, and basically it's normal if it heats up a little. But first, what we're gonna check is the settings and of course the background apps. So go to battery. Now here in the battery, we got the battery usage right here, and we want to find some apps that are running in the background. So make sure that you can also change something in them. Sometimes they're just empty, but for an example, we're gonna click on screen dimmer. We got the launch settings, and here we want to make sure that it's not enabled to manage automatically. We want to disable it and turn everything off in the manage manually section. Now we're gonna do that for every single app that's running in the background, so it's pretty much up to you depending on what apps you use. And after that, what you guys want to do is make sure that you use original charger and the cable, because some chargers are just not compatible. Also, you can try switching up the outlets and see if that changes the outcome, but make sure that you avoid using your phone while charging it. So for example, don't play games on it, don't watch YouTube, Netflix, and etc. So this is the first thing. Now if you got a case on this phone, if something's just protecting here, then basically the heat might be trapped under here. So we want to simply get the case off, and after that we want to make sure that we charge our phone in a cool and ventilated area, so we do not charge it in a straight sun, because we all know that it can not only destroy the battery but also heat up our phone like crazy. So that's it for the video. I hope it was helpful. If it was, then leave a like, subscription, and a comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Hello everybody, welcome back to HardReset.Info channel. In today's video, I'll show you how to fix Bluetooth not working on your Honor 600 Lite 5G. So first, what you guys want to do is go over to the Bluetooth settings. We're going to open up settings, and here we're going to enter Bluetooth. Now what are we going to do is we're going to toggle Bluetooth off and on. This is the first thing we're going to do, so this is a quick restart. Now as you guys can see, it is restarted, and it is trying to connect to my AirPods. Now, if it's not connecting, what you guys want to do is forget it. So click on the eye icon right here. Now click on pair, and now this is unpaired. And for my AirPods 3 Pros, there's no button on the back, so that means I have to double tap my case in order to repair it. So what are we gonna do is we're gonna go over and double tap on the case until we see the white light. We're gonna click on the AirPods, and as you guys can see, now we're gonna click pair, and it is connecting to them. So we should see the Bluetooth icon right here. It is right here, it popped up, and that means our Bluetooth is connected. So next, what we can do is we can go over and scroll a bit down until we see system and updates. Now here, what we can do is we can simply check for software updates. So we're going to click software update, and it is checking for updates automatically, and I am on the latest version. But if you guys are not, then I recommend you updating it. It's very important to get rid of any old glitches by updating to the latest version of the OS. And as a fully last resort, you go over into the system and updates again, go to reset, and here reset network settings, because this will delete Wi-Fi, mobile data, and Bluetooth. So this will reset them, and then you will have to connect to Wi-Fi again. Of course, connect to Bluetooth device again, and everything will be fixed by just tapping on this button. So That's it for the video. I hope it was helpful. If it was, then leave a like, subscription, and a comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Hello everybody, welcome back to the HardReset.Info channel. In today's video, I'll show you how to easily fix Bluetooth not connecting on your Honor 600 Lite 5G. So first, what you guys want to do is toggle the Bluetooth off and on in these settings. So what you guys want to do is go over, unlock your phone, go to these settings, and here we got the Bluetooth. Now, my Bluetooth is already turned off, so I'll turn it on. Now let's turn it off and turn it on again. This is a quick restart. And what are we going to do here is we want to make sure that our device is paired here. So as you guys can see, I got my AirPods paired right here. Now what are we going to do first is we're going to unpair and repair the device. So we're going to press on the eye icon, tap on unpair. And now as you guys can see, they disappeared completely. And those are the AirPods 3 Pros. So all I do is double tap the case. So let's go over, let's go and double tap the case. Now the color is white, and now they should soon appear in available devices. So they are right here. Now let's pair, and as you guys can see, they are pairing without any issues. So let's click pair, and now they are connecting. So this went pretty smoothly. Now, what are we going to do is we're going to restart the phone and the Bluetooth device. So to restart the AirPods like this, we're just going to close the case and open it up. But for the phone, we press the power button, the volume up button, and tap restart, and tap again to restart the phone. So now it's restarting, and I'll see you guys in a second once the restart is done. Now, after the restart, what are we going to do is we're going to, of course, enter the password. And as a last resort, we're going to update our software to fix any connectivity glitches. So open up settings, scroll all the way down to system and updates. Here, tap on software update, and it is checking for the latest version right now. So as you guys can see, we are up to date. But if you guys are not, then I recommend you updating. It's very important to get rid of any old glitches on your device. So that's it for the video. I hope it was helpful. If it was, then leave a like, subscription, and a comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Hello everybody, welcome back to the HardReset.Info channel. In today's video, I'll show you how to easily fix slow performance on your Honor 600 Lite 5G. So what we're going to do first is we're going to go over into settings, then we're going to go over into storage, and here we got some gigabytes remaining. What we're going to do here is we're going to uninstall all the used apps, so we're going to go over and click on cleanup right here. Now, it will first scan for any junk files, unused apps, and duplicate files. So as you guys can see, I only got the junk files. Now they are removed. And we also got some apps, for example, right here. So I'm not using this app right here. We're going to click uninstall and uninstall. Now we got rid of 1 6/10 of the gigabyte. So now the app is uninstalled. We can do that for every single app right here that is basically able to be deleted just like that. And of course, we're going to delete the big one, which is this app right here. It's 11.3 gigabytes. So now it's uninstalled. We gained 11.3 gigabytes back. And what we're going to do now is we're going to go over and try and clean the large files. So we're going to go here, tap on all, click delete, and click delete again. Now, as you guys can see, we got the sufficient storage. There's only 31 gigabytes used. And as you guys can see, we got 96 out of 128 gigabytes remaining. So we just cleared around 15 gigabytes, around that. And what we're going to do next is we're going to close any background apps. So we're going to basically turn off those apps. Now they are turned off. And as a last resort, we're going to go to the settings. And here we're going to go to battery. Now go to more battery settings and make sure that system optimization says optimized. If not, then you will have a button to optimize it. As you guys can see, I cannot do that because this is already optimized. So if it's not for you, make sure to optimize it. That's it for the video. I hope it was helpful. If it was, then leave a like, subscription, and a comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Hello everybody, welcome back to the HardReset.Info channel. In today's video, I'll show you how to fix Wi-Fi not working on your Honor 600 Lite 5G. So first, if your Wi-Fi is not working, what you guys want to do is simply go over and open up settings. First, what we're going to do is we're going to toggle Wi-Fi off and on. So we're going to turn this off. Now turn it on. This is a quick restart. Now what we're going to do next is we got our network saved right here. So now it is connected. We're going to tap on this. We're going to click forget. And we're going to go over, click on the same network, and quickly enter the password. So now we are back and connected to the same network. What are we going to do next is if you got a router close to you, make sure to restart it. All you really need to do is power it off and power it on. It will restart itself. And basically the switches are different. So you can either have a turn off switch on the sides or on the back. It's really dependent on the router itself. So I cannot really help you find it. But to restart the phone, all you have to do is press the power button, the volume up button, and keep on holding them until you see this menu pop up. Tap on restart, tap again to restart the device, and now it's restarting. So I'll see you guys in a second once it's done. After the phone restart, what you guys want to do is basically check for software updates. But first, make sure that the router is also restarted. Go over to the settings. Now what are we going to do here is scroll all the way down to system and updates. Here, click on software update, and it's checking for the latest version. So my version is up to date, but if yours isn't, then I recommend you updating it. It's very important so you don't have any old glitches on your device. And as a last resort here, the last one, we're going to click reset network settings, and this will delete Wi-Fi, mobile data, and Bluetooth devices. So keep that in mind before resetting. Of course, this is not necessary, but if you want the best results, it's definitely worth clicking. So that's it for the video. I hope it was helpful. If it was, then leave a like, subscription, and a comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Hello everybody, welcome back to the HardReset.Info channel. In today's video, I'll show you how to fix fast charging not working on your Honor 600 Lite 5G. So first, what you guys want to do is make sure that your cable and a charger is compatible. And if you're not using the original one, then make sure that it's really compatible, because if not, then you will just get a notification that is charging and not supercharging. So check the cable for any damages too. As you guys can see, I've got the cable right here. This is not the original one, but there are no issues with it right here or in the brick. So make sure to check the brick and a cable to see if there's any visible damage. If not, then just clean the charging port. And we got the charging port at the bottom, but make sure to clean it with a soft brush. Don't use anything metallic, because if you're gonna damage it, it'll be a fortune to get it fixed. So after cleaning the charging port, make sure that you plug in your charger. So let me quickly plug it in. And now we're gonna plug it, and as you guys can see, we got the supercharge notification. Even though this charger is not compatible, but it's not original, it is still supercharging our phone. And as you guys can see, it really hopped into 33% from the 32. So now it is fast charging our phone. And if yours is not charging, test another fast charger or change the outlet and see if that changes somehow the outcome. And as a last resort, what you guys can do is go over into the settings, and in those settings, swipe all the way down to system and updates, tap on software update, and here make sure that you're on the latest version. So as you guys can see, I am up to date, but if you guys are not, then I recommend you updating your software. It's very important to go over and get rid of any old glitches on your device. So that's it for the video. I hope it was helpful. If it was, then leave a like, subscription, and a comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Welcome. In this video, I will show and explain to you how to take magnificent photos in night mode on your Honor 600 Lite. So, in order to take a good photo in night mode, first of all, we have to open the camera, either by pressing the magic button on the right edge of the smartphone or by opening the camera application straight from the home screen. Then on the mode selection, we're gonna have to select night. And as you can see, our shutter button changes slightly in the night mode. It's because for the phone to process the image taken in the night mode, you're gonna need to wait until the timer goes out. That means that after you press the shutter button, while pointing it to a dark environment, you're gonna have to wait for about a couple of seconds first until the photo is made, and then until the photo is processed by the AI tools inside your device. And this will let you take some great photos on your device. Now some helpful suggestions is that you should keep your device steady while taking a night photo, or better off, get yourself a tripod and set your phone on it, and then just tap the night shot photo the photo shutter, and wait until the AI does its job and takes and makes the photo makes objects more recognizable on your photo. However, to be honest, this is not the best smartphone for night photography. So if you really want something that will give you great results and some rather impressive results, you should look out for other smartphone models, as this device's capabilities are very, very limited. And that's it for this video. Thank you for watching it. If it helped you, please consider subscribing to our channel, leave us a like and a comment below, and I'll see you in the next one.
Hello everybody, welcome back to the HardReset.Info channel. In today's video, I'll show you how to fix microphone not working on your Honor 600 Lite 5G. So first, what you guys want to do is go over and make a test call. So you go over to phone app or any other app, you simply choose a contact and then you try calling it. I do not have a SIM card, so I won't be able to do that. But what you guys want to do next is simply check the permissions for the app. So we're going to go over, and now let's go into the settings. Here in the settings, we're going to go to apps, and in the apps, we're going to go to manage apps. Here we're going to scroll down until we see the letter P, so the phone. And if you go to permissions, make sure that the microphone is allowed. So if microphone is set to don't allow and it's at the bottom right here, then of course nobody will hear us. So we make sure that the permission is allowed. Now, what else can you guys do is if you got a case for this phone, I do not remove it and see if that fixes anything. Now, of course, we got the option to go to recorder and test our mic. So we're going to do that. We're simply going to start the recording. Then as you guys can see, let's go over and enable the transcribe. Let's go over and see if that actually, yes, it does put our words here. So that means our microphone is working. And that's basically how we make sure. So we're going to stop the recording now. And what are we going to do is we're going to go over and test it in a different app. So for example, if you use the phone app, you can try using Meet, you can try using Instagram, WhatsApp, and etc. And that's basically what you guys can do. So the last resort here is going into the settings, system updates, and then software update. So now it's checking for the version. I'm up to date. I'm on the latest version, but if you're not, then I recommend you updating the version, the latest one. It's very important to get rid of any old glitches from your device. And that's basically it. So I hope this video was helpful. If it was, don't leave a like, subscription, and a comment. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Hello everybody, welcome back to the HardReset.Info channel. In today's video, I'll show you how to fix Face Unlock not working on your Honor 600 Lite 5G. So what are we going to do first is we're going to clean the front camera lens with a microfiber cloth. So we're going to grab a microfiber cloth. I got one right here. Now let me quickly bring the phone up. And here we got the front camera. So we're going to give it a little bit of a clean. Make sure to not go hard on the device. And now after we cleaned it up, what are we going to do is we're going to go over and re-register the face. So let's open up the settings. Now here in the settings, what we're looking for is the biometrics and password. Now let's go to face recognition. And here, of course, we need to enter our normal password. Click next. And I'm going to click on delete facial data. Now we're going to add face recognition again, and we're going to enter the PIN. And here we're going to click Get Started. Now we need to put our face into the frame. And of course, we need to hold the device close to us. The setup is complete. And now we need to make sure that we use the face recognition to unlock the phone. And also the good lighting, but it's pretty obvious that you need good lighting so it can clearly see you while you set it up. Now let's see if it works. Let me quickly look at the phone. Let me look like this so you guys can also see the results. It said slide up to open. Now let's stop looking at the phone. I'll put it like this. As you guys can see, it won't unlock. Now we can double tap for face recognition and look at it. And it unlocked our phone without any issues. So if it's still not working for you, what you guys can do is go over into the settings and scroll all the way down until you see system and updates. Here, you tap on software update and update your software to fix any camera glitches. Now, if you're not on the latest version, just like me, make sure to update so you don't have any old glitches running around on your device. And that's basically it for the video. So I hope it was helpful. If it was, then leave a like, subscription, and a comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Hello everybody, welcome back to the HardReset.Info channel. In today's video, I'll show you how to easily fix microphone not working on your Honor 600 Lite 5G. So first, what you guys want to do is clean the microphone port with a non-metallic tool. So we all know that the microphone port is at the bottom. So we want to make sure that we clean it with a soft brush because we don't want to damage it with something metallic. But it's very important to clean it because we want to make sure that there's no dust in it. And after that, what we can simply do is go over, and here we got the, let me quickly go here, we got the camera app. Now, you may be wondering why we're turning the camera app on. So that's why we're going to switch to video and we're going to start recording. So now it is recording. As you guys can see, the microphone icon is right here. So that means it's using our microphone. Now let's quickly check if the video has the sound. So let me quickly mute recording. So now it is recording, as you guys can. So yes, it does have sound. So that means our microphone is working. Now, if your microphone is not working, what you guys want to do is simply go over, press the power button and the volume up button. Now, what you guys want to do is go over and tap on the restart right here. So we're going to quickly tap on the restart. Let me quickly do that again. We're going to tap on the restart. We're going to tap again to restart the phone. And now it is restarting. So I'll see you guys in a second once it's done. Now, after the phone restart, what you guys can do as a last resort is update your software to fix any mic glitches. So we're going to go over into the settings now, and in the settings, we're going to scroll down until we see system and updates. So here we're going to tap on software update. It's the first option right up top, and it's checking now. So it's automatically checked. All you need is Wi-Fi, and my version is up to date, so I do not need to update anything. But if you guys are not on the latest version, and I recommend you updating it, it's very important to keep up with the latest version so you don't have any old glitches laying around on your device. That's it for the video. I hope it was helpful. If it was, then leave a like, subscription, and a comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Hello everybody, welcome back to the HardReset.Info channel. In today's video, I'll show you how to fix auto brightness not working on your Honor 600 Lite 5G. So as you guys can see, I've got the phone right here. Now the first thing we're going to do is we're going to disable and enable adaptive brightness again. So we're going to go to the settings. We're going to scroll until we see display and brightness. Now here we got the brightness and we got the option for the automatic one. So this is the adaptive brightness. If it's enabled for you, then disable it and enable it again. As you guys can see, it is working for me. But if it's not working for you, then what you guys need to do is clean the ambient light sensor near the front camera. So I got the microfiber cloth right here. This is the best thing that's ever happened to me because it also gets rid of any fingerprints. So it's going to show us that it's going to clean it very well. So let's go over and clean the ambient light sensor plus the parts of the screen right here. And as you guys can see, now the brightness is definitely lower. But once I take this off, it is increasing again. So that means our sensor is good. And the next thing we're going to do is we're going to force restart the phone to refresh the sensors. So we're going to press the power button, the volume up button, and now we're going to press the power button and the volume down button for more than 10 seconds. So ignore the screenshot for now. We're going to go over and wait for the phone to go black. So now it's gone black. We don't need to hold anything. We got the logo and it's restarting. So I'll see you guys in a second. Now after the restart, as you guys can see, all we have to do is enter the password. So now what we're going to do as a last resort is check for software updates. So we're going to go over into settings, and here we're going to scroll down until we see system and updates. So let's click on the software update option. Now it's checking automatically for the latest version, and as you guys can see, I am on the latest one. So if you guys are not, then I recommend you updating. It's very important to keep up with the latest version of the software so you don't have any old glitches running around on your device. That's it for the video. I hope it was helpful. If it was, don't leave a like, subscription, and a comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Hello everybody, welcome back to HardReset.Info channel. In today's video, I'll show you how to fix touchscreen not responding on your Honor 600 Lite 5G. So first, what you guys want to do is remove the screen protector or a case because it can cause a lot of interference, and let me explain why. Basically, whenever your screen protector is not applied properly on the screen but is going off to the sides of the phone, then it's already causing our touchscreen to be less responsive. And even if you don't feel it, then that's the case basically. But now, if your screen is placed properly, it's not a cheap quality one, it's good, you can leave it. But for the case, if your case is covering the bezel, the dark part between the screen and the side of the phone is going onto the screen, what can happen is your screen can become really unresponsive. You won't be able to do anything. Imagine this is a case holding it, and I cannot click on anything. So make sure to remove the case if that's what's happening. And the next thing you guys want to do is clean the screen with a microfiber cloth. So the microfiber cloth is a real game changer here. Of course, we got it right here, and we're gonna give our screen a little bit of a clean. Now make sure to not go hard on the device so you don't damage anything or it just doesn't slip out of your hand and destroy it. But we got it, and as you guys can see, it is very clean now. This is how you guys can see it through the light. There's no fingerprints, and that's basically what we wanted to achieve here. Now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to force restart the phone to refresh the system. So we're going to press the power button and the volume up button. Now press the power button and the volume down button and hold it for more than 10 seconds. So ignore the screenshot taken, just keep on holding it until the screen goes black. Now it's gone black, we can let go. We should see the Honor logo and the phone is forced restarting. So I'll see you guys in a second. Now after the restart, as a last resort, what you guys can do is simply go over and update your software. So go to settings. Now in those settings, swipe down to system and updates, and here tap on software update, the first option. Now it's checking for the latest version. If you're not on the latest version, just like me, so I am on the latest one, but if you're not, then I recommend you updating it. It's very important to get rid of any old glitches on your device, so they don't just stay in place. You update them and they're gone. That's it for the video. I hope it was helpful. If it was, then leave a like, subscription, and a comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Hello everybody, welcome back to HardReset.Info channel. In today's video, I'll show you how to fix fingerprint sensor not working on your Honor 600 Lite 5G. So what are we going to do first is we're going to go over into the settings, and we're going to delete the old fingerprint. So we're going to go to biometrics and password. Now we're going to go to fingerprint ID. And of course, we need to enter the PIN first before entering. But we're going to go over and click on our fingerprint list, click on our fingerprint, click delete, and click delete again. Now, we don't have any fingerprints, but that's good because now what we're going to do is we're going to clean the fingerprint sensor with a soft cloth. So we're going to go over and clean it. It is right here. And now after cleaning it, what are we going to do is we're going to click new fingerprint, click add, and we got the sensor right here. So now all we need to do is place our finger a couple of times. So it might be a bit of a repetitive process because we all have to do the same thing. We need to add the edges, we need to scan them, but it'll be all worth it in the end. As you guys can see, we need to unroll the edges, and it is still telling us to do the edges. As you guys can see, we've already got through. Now we got our fingerprint here, and what are we gonna do if this one does not work? Is we're gonna remove the screen protector, but as you guys can see, I don't need to because it is working already. So if it's not working for you still after re-registering, or you had some issues with registering it, then make sure to remove screen protector because it can cause the interference. It can be too thick, for an example, and it can also destroy your touch responsiveness. So after setting it up, if it's still not working, what you guys want to do is go over and update your software to fix any sensor issues. So we're going to swipe down all the way down into the settings, click on System and Updates, tap on Software Update, and here it will check for the latest version. So make sure that you're on the latest version just like me, because you don't want any old glitches running around on your device. And that's basically it for the video. So I hope it was helpful. If it was, then leave a like, subscription, and a comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Hello everybody, welcome back to the HardReset.Info channel. In today's video, I'll show you how to fix your camera not focusing on Honor 600 Lite 5G. So first, what you guys want to do is open up the camera app. So let me use the camera button for it. We got the camera app right here. Now what you guys want to do is simply tap to focus first. As you guys can see, it is capturing basically everything. It's capturing everything. We got the focus even on the 3.1x zoom. We got the focus even on 10x. But if you do not have focus, what you guys want to do is simply clean your lens. So what we're going to be using to clean our lens, we're going to be using a microfiber cloth. So this is a very important step. Now, microfiber cloth gets rid of any debris, moisture, and of course, fingerprints. So if you ever tried or touched your camera by accident, it's normal. You can just clean it with a microfiber cloth. And now, as you guys can see, it is looking like this. But all you really need to do is make sure that there's no exposure set up. So it is getting the focus pretty easily, as you guys can see. Now, what are we going to do is, if you still do not get anything, then we're going to go over into the settings. And here in the settings, we're going to go to apps. Now in the apps, we're going to go over to manage apps. And here we're going to scroll down until we see camera. Here, what are we going to do is we're going to go over to click on storage, and we're going to clear the cache. Of course, you can also clear the data just like this. And as you guys can see, we go back here. We will need to agree to everything we're going to do while using the app. And as you guys can see, now everything should work. So what are we going to do is we're going to go over and change to Pro. We're going to go over, and here we have the autofocus. So as you guys can see, it is not focusing now, but we can change it and see if that makes us focus any better. So that's basically what you guys can do. I hope this video was helpful. If it was, then leave a like, subscription, and a comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Hello everybody, welcome back to the HardReset.Info channel. In today's video, I'll show you the portrait mode mastery on Honor 600 Lite 5G. So what are we going to do is we're going to go over and open up the camera. So I'll use the camera button for it. Now we are in the camera. We want to make sure that we are in the portrait setting, not photo, but portrait. Here we got the bokeh mode, and here we can adjust everything. So what we can do first is we can set it to strong or weak depending on our preference. Now let me quickly point it at a flower. Now you guys won't see this like me, but here we can change the bokeh. We can set it to strong, we can set it to weak. And let me quickly take a picture like this. The picture is there. And what we also have here is we can make it smoother. We can add the tone, but it's of course a beautifier. So if you're taking pictures of somebody, here you guys can set it up and the pictures will look amazing. So we got everything here. We can change the bokeh mode to strong. And let me quickly take another picture. We got the picture right here. And that's basically what you guys can do here. Of course, you guys can click on this screen, lower the exposure a little, and let me quickly lower the exposure and take a picture. So this is the low exposure one. This is with the strong bokeh. This is with the weak bokeh, and this is without a bokeh. So this is basically how it works. Now you can easily master it. You need to find your own settings, the settings that you feel comfortable with. And of course, you can add some lighting like flash and etc. Totally up to you. You can disable it all just like that. And here you guys can simply enable the flash. Now it's always on. And that's totally up to you. It's depending on what photos you're trying to achieve. So that's it for the video. I hope it was helpful. If it was, then leave a like, subscription, and a comment. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Hello everybody, welcome back to HardReset.Info channel. In today's video, I'll show you how to fix noise on drink holes on your Honor 600 Lite 5G. So first, what you guys want to do is go over and check the volume during a call using the side buttons on the right side. So as you guys can see, we can go over here. Now what we're doing is we are changing the media volume right there, but we can go over here to the phone app, and now we'll be adjusting the call. So now there's a 300% boost on our call. This is good. And of course, you guys can go over here in the settings and go to sound and haptics. Now here we've got everything. So we got the calls at the bottom, make sure that they're maxed out. And what you guys want to do next is turn the Bluetooth off. So we want to make sure that there's no other devices connected, and we want to rule them out. So that's why we disable the Bluetooth for the time of testing. Now we got the little cutout right up top here, and this is our earpiece. Now we want to clean it with a soft brush, not use anything metallic because you can only damage it even more, and that's not what we want. So make sure that you clean it with a soft brush, and after cleaning your earpiece, what you guys want to do is test another call or a different app. So we got the phone app right here. As you guys can see, we can call up somebody here, or we can use a different app like even Meet, WhatsApp, or anything else. Now what you guys can do next is go over and restart the smartphone. So press the power button and the volume up button at the same time, tap restart and touch to restart the phone. Now it's restarting, and I'll see you guys in a second once it's done. After the phone restart, what you guys can do as a last resort is update your software. So we're going to unlock the phone. We need to enter the password after the restart. We're going to go over and go to settings, scroll all the way down until we see system updates. And let me quickly go back. The phone is still turning on, that's why it's lagging. We're going to go to software update to right up top here, and we want to make sure that we are on the latest version. So I am, but if you are not, then I recommend you updating. It's very important to get rid of any old glitches running around on your device. So that's it for the video. I hope it was helpful. If it was, then leave a like, subscription, and a comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Hello everybody, welcome back to the HardReset.Info channel. In today's video, I'll show you how to fix battery percentage not showing on your Honor 600 Lite 5G. So first, what you guys want to do is go over into the settings, and as you guys can see, I got my battery percentage right here. But if you don't have it, go over to battery settings, and here, go to battery percentage. Now, if it's set to high, then it's normal that you do not have your battery. But if it's set to, let's say, inside or outside, and you just don't see your battery here, or it just shows 0, then restart the device to reset the battery sensor. So let's press the power button, the volume up button. Now tap restart and tap again to restart the phone. Now it's restarting, and I'll see you guys in a second once the restart is done. Now after the restart, what you guys want to do is go over and search for battery widget on the Play Store. So we're going to open up the Play Store right now. We're going to go over and click on search once it all loads up after the restart. Tap search and search for battery widget, and then reborn. Here, we're going to install the battery widget reborn made by Thomas Kubalik. I've been using this app for almost a couple of months now, and it's never let me down. It's always the best app, the best widget you can get for free. So now the download is pending, and it should soon be done. It's only 11.5 megabytes. So let's go over and click open. Now, here after we click open, we need to go over and click on start manually. What are we going to do next is we're going to pinch our screen here, go to cards, and here we got the widgets. Now here we got the classic ones, and we need to scroll down until we see battery widget reborn 2025. We're going to choose this widget right here, and here we can change the configuration. So for example, 41 without the percentages and etc. And now we got our battery widget right here. We can also make it a bit bigger. And if it also says 0 right here, then you need to go over to the authorized device support and tell them about the issue. And it's probably a not working battery sensor. So that's it for the video. I hope it was helpful. If it was, then leave a like, subscription, and a comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Welcome. In this video, I just want to explain how Honor X100 Lite 5G ultra-fast internet works. So this smartphone supports 6 e-connections, similar to most recent iPhones, which means that it can be connected with 6 gigahertz Wi-Fi's, which are much faster than the 5G ones, and it's a great tool that you can easily use on your smartphone. However, you don't need any additional settings for this to work. All you have to do is just go to your Wi-Fi selection menu and select the 6G network if you have it around. Unfortunately, I only have 5G networks around me. Therefore, let's just test the network of this smartphone by itself, and let's see how it compares to other smartphones. So let's as I'm already connected to the network, let's find the speed test for the network. Okay, so we're gonna be running the speedometer 3.1. And let's see how this device performs. And here is the score that we got with 5 gigahertz network. We can go into details and see everything more precisely. And to make sure that your smartphone performs as good as it can in terms of internet connection, make sure to keep it up to date. So go to System and Updates in your settings, check for software updates, and see if you have any updates to install. And that's it. Thank you for watching this video. If it helped you, please consider subscribing to our channel, leave us a like and a comment below, and I'll see you in the next one.
Hello everybody, welcome back to HardReset.Info channel. In today's video, I'll show you how to fix Wi-Fi that keeps dropping on your Honor 600 Lite 5G. So first, what you guys want to do is go over into the settings. Now go over to Wi-Fi, and here we want to simply turn the Wi-Fi off and on. So this is the quick fix, and as you guys can see, it is connected to Wi-Fi now. We got some more available networks, and one of them is saved. So what we're going to do is we're going to forget the network. We're going to click on this arrow right here, and we're going to click forget. Now, as you guys can see, we got another network, so we need to go over and forget it too. Now, I don't think there's any networks left that I'm connected to, so we're going to simply select it And now enter the password pretty quick. And after we enter the password, we simply click connect. We are connected back again. And the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go to the battery settings. And here we're going to go to more battery settings, scroll a bit down, and make sure that you enable stay connected while asleep. So this will keep your Wi-Fi active after the screen simply turns off like this. And this is very important to do because you want to make sure that the Wi-Fi is running almost 24/7. So now this is the best option. You guys can of course disable it, and as you guys can see, some apps won't stay connected to the internet after the screen turns off. You can refresh these apps manually after waking your phone. So now we disable it and there's no Wi-Fi. Now we go back and there is Wi-Fi definitely. So we want to make sure that it is enabled. And of course the next thing, pretty simple, but you need to move closer to the router. So I'm relatively close to the router. It's only like 10 meters and it's not that much. But if you're further than that, then make sure to go over and bring your phone closer to the router, see if that fixes anything. And of course, as a last resort, you guys can update your software to fix any Wi-Fi issues. So we're going to go over here. Now we're going to scroll down until we see system and updates. We're going to click on software update right up top here. And now it is checking for the latest version of the OS. So I am up to date, but if you guys are not, then I recommend you updating it. It's very important to keep up with the latest version so you don't have any old issues on your device running 24/7. So update your software, and that's basically it for the video. So I hope it was helpful. If it was, then leave a like, subscription, and a comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Hello everybody, welcome back to the HardReset.Info channel. In today's video, I'll show you the fast charging of Honor 600 Lite 5G. So the fast charging here is enabled by default, so you cannot change it in the settings. Whenever you go and open up the settings app, you go to battery, there's nothing that you can do to enable or disable it. So as you guys can see, there is nothing even in the more battery settings. You cannot change it, and basically it's enabled. Now what you guys want to simply do is grab the 45-watt charger that you got with the phone, and simply you can connect to it. So I got the charger right here. Now let's go over and plug this in, and as you guys can see, it is charging now. It is supercharged, so it is supercharging the Honor right now. And basically, if your phone is at low battery, so as you guys can see, I'm at 96%. I've just got it off of the charger like an hour ago. Simply, you can charge your phone from 0 to 80% in 43 minutes. So this is a very good record. For example, Apple is pretty slower. My iPhone 15 Pro Max with the original charger is charging in like 1 hour or 50 minutes to 80% itself. So the rest of 20%, of course, it's much slower. So this phone's 0 to 80 is definitely one of the fastest, and it does not actually make your battery worse. So this is fairly optimized, and of course there's some optimal charging conditions that you need to know about. So make sure that you do not charge your phone while you're out in the sun, because it not only can slow down the process, it can heat up your phone and it can destroy your battery. So if you charge it in a cool area without a case on it, because we all know that case can trap the heat, instead of simply charging it on the sun, you can charge it at home, and then you don't risk your battery getting worse. You don't risk your phone heating up randomly. Even though it's fast charging, your phone will not heat up that much here, and that's basically it. So you can charge your phone pretty quick, but only 43 minutes to 80% from 0. And that's basically it for the video. So I hope it was helpful. If it was, don't leave a like, subscription, and a comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Hello everybody, welcome back to the HardReset.Info channel. In today's video, I'll show you how to easily enable battery saver mode and how to extend your battery life to 2+ days on your Honor 600 Lite. So as you guys can see, we got the phone right here. Now what are we going to do is we're going to open up the settings app, and here in the settings we're going to click on battery. Here, as you guys can see, we got 47 hours and 44 minutes remaining because we are at 97%. But what are we going to do is we're going to go to battery mode and we're going to change it to power saving. Now, as you guys can see, we got 54 hours remaining, almost 55, so it's more than 2 days already. But what are we going to do is we're going to go to power saving mode settings. Now here, we want to make sure that we enable reduce refresh rate in dark mode. I mean, I'm not going to enable it because I want you guys to see anything on the video. But here, make sure to automatically enable power saving mode. Make sure that it's at either 20 or 25%. The safe option is 20 right here. And automatically disable whenever it's charging more than 90%. Now here, what are we going to do is we're going to go over to battery optimization. We're going to optimize now. And there's no background apps running. So what are we going to do next? We're going to go over and we're going to go to app launch, and we want to make sure that we disable everything here. So this will basically help us in a lot of situations whenever we want to make sure that there's no apps that are going on and off in the background. Here, as you guys can see, we can allow or disallow the app to work in a background. Now we can do that for every single app here. And we also got more battery settings. Here we want to make sure that we enable power consumption alert. And here we got the system optimization. Make sure that it says optimized here. Make sure that safe charging is enabled. And that's basically what you guys can change here. Now we got 54 hours. And of course, whenever I turn the dark mode on, it will be much more. But we are on the white one. We are already extending our battery to 2+ days. And that's basically how you guys can do that. So there's a lot of options. You guys need to customize it up to yourself. I provided you the best settings out here to actually extend the battery life. So that's it for the video. I hope it was helpful. If it was, then leave a like, subscription, and a comment. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Hello guys, today I've got the Honor 600 Lite 5G and I'm going to show you how to back up your phone and sync with your cloud. So, we have actually two ways of backing up our things, because we have here main system backup, which is supported by Google Cloud. Settings, Honor ID, and here we can need to log in to our account. Of course, if you're logged in, you need to just click here and skip to the part where we are logged in. So as you can see, now I'm logged in, and here, as you can see, we've got data sync. Tap it. Next. Agree. And wait. Here, as you can see, you can check what you want to sync. We've got here notes, calendar, and Wi-Fi. Here we've got password vault, and we can enable the password vault data sync, and we need to enter the new PIN code for the password vault. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And here in the password vault we have, just our passwords. It works like just our Samsung Pass or something like that. Here, if you tap this 3 dots, you can see manage cloud storage, and we can see the, of course, storage usage of our applications. If you want to delete data or something like that, check for updates of our cloud, and that's how to sync data with our phones. Multiple, of course, Honor phones. Apart from that, we can go straight to the Google Drive, which should be stored here. And as you can see, this is the second way. I've missed one thing. And, before showing you this first way, I told you that we're doing the Google way right now. We did, as you can see, the Honor way. This is the first way that Honor gives us, and the second way is within Google in the Google Drive. So as you can see, if we enter the Google Drive, we can here put our files, and they will be saved on our Google Drive over here. The same as with the Google Photos. because our photos are stored, as you can see here, but we need to at first tap Let's Go and check this backup photos and videos on this device automatically. Check it, here tap Let's Go, and now you are good to go. That's it, hope it helps you, and goodbye.
Hello everybody, welcome back to HardReset.Info channel. In today's video, I'll show you the App Store alternatives to Honor 600 Lite 5G. So, the Honor actually comes in with the Google. So we got the Google services here. This is very amazing. So the App Store alternative number one is, of course, the Play Store. Now, the Play Store is probably the same as App Store, but here you just don't pay for every single app, which is amazing. And this is the top 3 reasons why App Store is getting so much hate. Because every single app is paid or it requires a subscription. They are not even giving you trials. So basically, Google Play Store definitely is the best alternative right here. Now also, what else we got on this phone is we got the gallery. So we got the gallery from the Honor itself. Now we got the My Honor right here, as you guys can see, but here all you will have is, let me quickly load it up and see if it works. We got everything here, like we can check the themes, we can check the always on displays, we can check everything. So we got the services, we got the clubs, we got the stores. Here you can even buy some Honor Magic books. But here we got the always on displays for an example. And of course we got the themes app. So this is also like an alternative, but here you won't download any apps. Here all you will get is simply themes on your phone. So here we got some free picks. Of course there's a paid option. You will pay £2, so around, I'm pretty sure it's like $3 or $4. And now we can simply go over here, click download, and of course you'll need to have an account for it, but once you log in you'll have something like this. So it actually looks pretty okay, but I'm using this theme right now. This is the default one, this is the default landscape, and it is amazing. So these are the best alternatives for the App Store on the Honor 600. I hope this video was helpful. If it was, then leave a like, subscription, and a comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Hello everybody, welcome back to the HardReset.Info channel. In today's video, I'll show you how to fix touchscreen lag and unresponsiveness on your Honor 600 Lite 5G. So first, what you guys want to do is clean your screen. So this is very important because if your screen is dusty or it's basically moisturized by something and it's just dirty, then it can lead to unresponsiveness or just being unresponsive at all. So we need to clean the screen. I've got the microfiber cloth right here. Now we don't need to apply anything on the screens because we are using the microfiber cloth. It's getting rid of everything. And of course, the fingerprints are also gone. So let me quickly take the phone up. Now let's go over and give it a little clean. Make sure to not go hard on the device. Just make sure to clean it entirely. And as you guys can see, you won't be able to spot anything. It is clean. And after we clean our screen, what we want to make sure of is if you got a screen protector and it's not applied properly. So my screen protector is actually applied perfectly and I got no issues with it. But if you guys have issues with your screen protector, make sure to remove it and replace it. Now, what you guys want to do next is simply go over and take off the case. It can also put your screen in danger because we got the case that can cover the bezel, so the dark part between the screen and the side of the phone. It can easily cover this and it can go over into the screen, and as you guys can see, you won't be able to do anything at all. So I cannot click on anything. I can just go over here and I can't even leave. So this is what can happen if you got a wrong case made out of a bad dummy phone or anything. And now what you guys want to do next is simply restart the phone. So press the power button and the volume up button. Now tap on restart and tap again to restart the phone. Now the phone is restarting, and I'll see you guys in a second once the restart is done. Now, after the restart, as a last resort, what you guys can do is go over and simply update your software. So we're going to go over into the settings. Now in those settings, we're going to swipe down and go to System and Updates, click on Software Update, and it is automatically checking for updates. So as you guys can see, we got the result. I am on the latest version. And if you guys are not, then I recommend you updating it. It's very important to get rid of any old glitches on your device. So that's basically it for the video. I hope it was helpful. If it was, then leave a like, subscription, and a comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Hello everybody, welcome back to HardReset.Info channel. In today's video, I'll show you how to fix screen flickering on your Honor 600 Lite 5G. So first, what you guys want to do is go over and go to settings. Now we're gonna go to the display. So the display is right here. Let me quickly show it to you guys. We got the display and brightness. Now what are we gonna do is we're gonna make sure that we do not enable automatic brightness. We want to set it up manually. As you guys can see now, this is the brightness that I've been using for a while, and I do not get any flickers from it. But what you guys can do next is go over and scroll down, go to refresh rate, and change it to standard. So this will basically fix everything. There's less hertz. And if it's not fixing anything, you guys can put it back to high or dynamic depending on the settings you're using. What you guys want to do next is simply go over and update your software. So let's scroll down, go to System and Updates, Software Update, and here it's checking automatically for an update. I am on the latest version, but if you're not, then I recommend you updating it. It's very important to get rid of any old glitches on your device. Now, what else can you guys do is you guys can simply go over and press the power button, the volume up button. Now, you guys can go over and tap on the restart. So as you guys can see, we're gonna touch on the restart. Now the phone is restarting, and after that we'll see if the issue is fixed. Now after the restart, if the issue is still not fixed, what you guys can do is go over into the Play Store and go to search. Now search for the screen and of course dimmer and OLED saver. Now tap on the app made by Ruhacks, tap install, and now it's installing. So it's only like 1.5 megabytes, and now it should be installed. Let's click open, and we're gonna grant the permissions. So the first one to modify the system settings so it can actually change the brightness. The next one is whenever we update the overlay, so we need to go over and scroll down to downloaded services. We got the screen dimmer. Let's enable it, click OK, and now what are we going to do is we're going to grant permission for the brightness bar in the notification area. So we got it right here. Now you guys can test it out if it works. For me, it works perfectly fine, but if it's not working for you, then I would recommend bringing the phone into the service center so they can get it checked out. So that's it for the video. I hope it was helpful. If it was, then leave a like, subscription, and a comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Hello everybody, welcome back to HardReset.Info channel. In today's video, I'll show you the keyboard customization on your Honor 600 Lite 5G. So first, what you guys want to do is go over and open up the settings. Now, after opening up the settings, what are we going to do is we're going to scroll down until we see the system updates almost at the bottom. We're going to click here and we're going to click on language and input. Now, we got everything here. We got the keyboards, and now we got the default keyboard, so we can choose between Microsoft SwiftKey or a Gboard. So let's check the Microsoft SwiftKey now. As you guys can see, it looks like this, so we can even select the language here. Now we've got it, and pretty much the SwiftKey should be set up. We can change it, and as you guys can see, here we Got it. So this is how the SwiftKey works. Now, I'm not a big fan of the SwiftKey keyboards actually. I am more of a Gboard user because Gboard is just very slick. Everything is in its place. It looks much better. And of course, we got everything. So this works the same. Now we got the best help right here. We can just spam this and it will actually make sense unless, sorry, not unless, but the SwiftKey won't make any sense. The Gboard is actually the best keyboard out there. And as you guys can see, we can go over, we got the Gboard, and we got the settings for it. So we can even enable glide typing. So we can go over and type hello just like this. And we got the hard reset. Now let's type dot and info. So this is how it works. This is pretty amazing. And of course, you got a lot of options here like clipboard, dictionary, emoji, stickers, and GIFs. We also got the themes. So here you guys can change it to dark. You guys can change it to any color, or you can just simply download the landscape. So for example, let's check how it looks like now. It's looking pretty good. So that's how you guys can easily customize your keyboard. Of course, we got a lot of languages here. We can add a random language. And as you guys can see, we will be able to switch them just by tapping on the globe icon. Everything here is working fine. And that's basically how you guys can do it. So I hope this video was helpful. If it was, then leave a like, subscription, and a comment. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Hello everybody, welcome back to the HardReset.Info channel. In today's video, I'll show you how to improve battery life on your Honor 600 Lite 5G. So first, what you guys want to do is go over and turn off the always on display. So we're going to go over to settings. Now here in the settings, we're going to scroll down until we see the display and brightness. Here, what we're going to do is we're going to scroll a bit down, and here we got looking for other settings. Now this is a bit of a shortcut. So we are already in the always on display settings. Now we want to make sure that this is turned off. This is very important because always on display can drain our battery, and we want to improve it here and not make it worse. So that's why we turn off always on display. Now, after doing it, what are we going to do next is we're going to go over and shorten our screen timeout. So it's also in the display and brightness settings now. We can scroll down, and here we got the screen section and we got sleep. Now, this is our screen timeout. Now, I put it at 30 seconds, but 15 seconds is optimal here. I would recommend using nothing more than 30 seconds here. So only those two options, first ones. And of course, I am recording, so 30 seconds is enough here. And what we're going to do next is we're going to disable vibrations and haptics. So we're going to go to sound and haptics now. What are we going to do is we're going to go over and disable vibrate when ringing. Here we also got the haptic, and make sure that system haptics are disabled. So here, as you guys can see, we got nothing else to change. We're going to leave those settings. And what are we going to do now is we're going to restrict background app activity in the battery settings. So let's open up battery settings here. Now scroll down to battery use. And here we need to find the applications that are draining our battery. So I don't have many of them because this phone is freshly set up. But as you guys can see, we got something like, let's say, a phone. Sorry, not the phone. I need to find an app that actually can be changed. It might be a bit hard, but we got the Google TV. We can click launch settings and disable manage automatically. Now make sure that in the manage manually section, everything here is disabled. So that's what you guys can do here. You guys can do that for every single app that you can change. And the last setting that you can do is go over and go to battery. Here we got battery optimization, and make sure to optimize your battery. And in the display and brightness, this is as a last bonus one. You guys can switch to dark mode because it uses way less screen, for an example, and it can easily save your battery and improve your battery life. So that's it for the video. I hope it was helpful. If it was, then leave a like, subscription, and a comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Hello everybody, welcome back to HardReset.Info channel. In today's video, I'll show you how to fix the low volume problem on your Honor 600 Lite 5G. So first, what you guys want to do is adjust media and the call volume. So first, what are we going to do is we're going to adjust it right here in the home screen. So we're going to press the volume up on the right side of this phone. Now we're going to hold it until we see 300% high volume mode on. Now we're going to open up the phone app, and here we can press the volume up, as you guys can see. Now we're going to leave the phone app and go to the settings. Here in the settings, we're going to make sure that we adjusted everything to 300%. And we're going to go over, scroll down to sound and haptics. Here, we got everything, so we need to scroll down to variable volume. Click here. And calls were not adjusted, so let's hold it. And we got 300% on both of them, so it is very important to do that. Now what are we going to do is we're going to go over and disable Do Not Disturb. So Do Not Disturb is also in the sound and haptics. It's right here in the, almost at the beginning. We need to make sure that it's turned off. Sometimes we all know that Do Not Disturb mutes the notifications, calls, and basically sometimes it can also lower your volume. So we want to make sure that it's disabled for the time of the test. And what are we going to do next is we're going to clean the speaker grill, or if you're using wired headphones, USB-C ones, then clean the charging port. So both of the things are on the bottom. We got the speaker grill right here, those 5 dots, and we got the USB-C port right here. So what are we going to use to actually clean it? We're going to use the soft brush. This is the best option out there. Of course, air compressor also works fine, but I wouldn't recommend it. So what we're going to do next is we're going to go over and restart our phones. We're going to press the power button, the volume up button at the same time, and keep on holding until we see the power menu pop up. We're going to tap on restart and tap again to restart the phone. And now it's restarting. So I'll see you guys in a second once the restart is done. Now after the restart, what are we going to do is we're going to press the power button. We're going to simply enter the password. Because the password is required, you cannot use any biometrics. And what are we going to do as a last resort is update our software to fix any audio bugs. So let's open up settings. Here we're going to scroll down until we see system and updates almost at the bottom. And tap on software update. Here is checking for the latest version. All you need is Wi-Fi connection. Now it says that I am up to date. But if you guys are not, then you will see a button on the bottom right here where the check for updates button is, to download and install the latest version. So that's it for the video. I hope it was helpful. If it was, then leave a like, subscription, and a comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Hello everybody, welcome back to the HardReset.Info channel. In today's video, I'll show you how to fix overheating on your Honor 600 Lite 5G. So first, what you guys want to do is go over and close all the background apps. So what are we going to do is we're going to go here. Now these are the apps that are running in the background. Let's close them up, and now our device is in optimal condition. What are we going to do next is we're going to open up settings, and here we're going to scroll down until we see apps. Here we're going to go and click manage apps, and we're going to select the apps that we use on a daily basis. We go to the power usage details. Here we go to launch settings, and we make sure that we manage it manually. So disable manage automatically and disable everything right here. Now what are we going to do is we're going to go to battery usage, and then we're going to filter out all of those apps. So we're going to go here. Now the first one is Fortnite, so let's make sure that this is set up properly. Now let's go over and do the same for Epic Games. So change it like this. Everything has to be gray whenever we click it. So let me go over and do the same for, let's say, not the gallery, but something that we can actually change it on. So let's go over and find the app like this, for example, YouTube, but it's already done. So make sure that it's not set up like this. Everything has to be gray. Now, next, what are we going to do is we're going to go over and we're going to make sure that we lower our brightness. This is very important because we want to make sure that we are not using automatic brightness too. We should set it up manually to make sure that it's actually lower than normal. And after that, what we can simply do is go over and restart our phone. So let's press the power button and the volume up button, tap restart, and tap again to restart the phone. Now it is restarting, and I'll see you guys in a second once the restart is done. Now after the restart, what you guys want to do is go over and update your software. But before that, we're gonna go to settings. Now go to battery, and in the battery, go over to more battery settings. Here, we want to make sure that system optimization says optimized, because this will basically improve our cooling and it will change our thermal improvement. We're going to go over and scroll down until we see system and updates. Here in system and updates, we're going to go to software update. In the software update, it's checking for the version. I'm up to date, but if you guys are not, then I recommend you updating it. It's very important to keep up with the latest version so you don't have any old glitches on your device. So that's it for the video. I hope it was helpful. If it was, then leave a like, subscription, and a comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Hello everybody, welcome back to HardReset.Info channel. In today's video, I'll show you the health and fitness tracking on your Honor 600 Lite 5G. So first, what we're going to do is we're going to open up the Honor Health app. So let's scroll down. We got the Honor Health right here. And as you guys can see, we got our steps, we got calories, and the workout. So this is everything that needs to be set up. We got the exercise history. Of course, we can add something that wasn't counted, like exercise duration. We can change it to, let's say, hour or 2 hours and 8 minutes. Now the distance. So for example, let's put 25 kilometers. And now let's confirm. So as you guys can see, it tries to make the assumption of the calories consumed. So this is like an average speed, average pace, average calories consumed. Everything is set up by AI. So this basically uses the average for both the pace and the speed, but the calories consumed are actually counted as AI or some sources that have already been put into the app. So as you guys can see, that's how you guys can basically do that. We got these steps. Now it works the best when you actually have a watch. I do not have a watch that can be synced with the health app, but here we got the hours active, for example, so we can get moving for a while to relax our body. We got the monitor sleep quality, and as you guys can see, there's no data because there simply won't be any unless the phone will register something whenever, let's say, you're not using it. So if you use it from, let's say, 7 p.m. to 1 a.m., then you fall asleep and you wake up at 7, then it should count as 1 a.m. to 7 a.m. and it should tell you the 6 hours of sleep, but it won't be the exact data unless you actually wear a watch, so it can go over for your REM phase, your deep sleeping phase, or the core sleeping. So basically the watch here is everything, so you can go over and connect your wearables and etc. We can go over and we can add the device right here. Of course, it's required to use the location for it, and let's go over, click add device, and it's scanning for devices right now. So here you guys can add your wearable, and then everything will be configured as long as you click tap to start. So that's how you guys can easily use it to track your steps, calories, and etc. Remember, the best thing you can do here is connect your watch if you got one. If not, then everything will be as an estimate here. So keep that in mind. I hope this video was helpful. If it was, then leave a like, subscription, and a comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Hello everybody, welcome back to the HardReset.Info channel. In today's video, I'll show you how to fix screen flickering on your Honor 600 Lite 5G. So first, what you guys want to do is adjust the brightness in the settings. So we're going to unlock the phone. Now we're going to go to the settings, and here in the settings, we need to find the display brightness. Here we got the brightness, but first, instead of adjusting the brightness, we're going to turn off automatic brightness, because as you guys can see, I can enable it. and this will just boost my brightness up. So this is very bad. Let's adjust it manually. Let's make it a bit darker, maybe not that much, but let's put it like this so you guys can also see the screen. And what are we gonna do next is we're gonna download the screen dimming app from the Play Store. So let me quickly sign in and we'll get back to downloading it. So let's go over to the search bar, now search for apps and games, and here we're gonna type in screen dimmer and then OLED saver. So this popped up right here. We're gonna download the first app, which is made by Ruhex, and it's the Screen Dimmer OLED Saver. We're gonna click install. It's only 1.5 megabytes, 1.6 around. So it installs instantly. As you guys can see, there was no cuts, and it installed just like that. Now what are we gonna do is we're gonna go over and grant the first permission to modify the system settings so it can actually change the brightness. Now the next one, give the app accessibility. So it can change the brightness also whenever we change the overlay, rotate our screen, and whenever we basically, let's say, enable a keyboard for an example. Now we're gonna grant the permissions to notifications so it can display the brightness bar just like the one we got right here. So we're gonna enable the service. As you guys can see, it started working, and the screen dimming works perfectly fine. So as you guys can see, this is very dim now, and we can change it. Of course, what else can we do here? We can go over to brightness settings, and here we got the advanced. We can change the minimum physical brightness. Change delay, we can change it to, let's say, 1 second, and brightness change duration to, let's say, 200 milliseconds, and now this will be instant. So that's how you guys can do that. Now if you don't want the app to run, simply tap the enable service off, but remember to change your brightness afterwards because this will mess it up. So we got our brightness set up back again. What are we going to do next as a last resort is check for software updates. So we're going to go over into settings, and in those settings we're going to swipe down to system and updates. Here we're going to tap onto the first option, which is the software update, and now it is searching for the latest version. But as you guys can see, I've already got the notification that I am up to date. We can also check for updates again, and the answer will be the same. But if you got an update available, you will see the button on the bottom, and that's basically it for the video. So I hope it was helpful. If it wasn't, leave a like, subscription, and a comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Hello everybody, welcome back to the HardReset.Info channel. In today's video, I'll show you the AI camera features and smart recognition on your Honor 600 Lite 5G. So, this phone is doing way more than you think. It's basically the AI camera that can recognize the scenes and adjust everything instantly. So, let's see if that makes the photos any better. We're gonna go over and let's unlock the phone first. What are we gonna do next is we're gonna open up the camera, and here in the camera we need to go over to this little button right here so we unlock the secret button, which are the settings. Here we're gonna scroll down until we see AI camera, and here in the AI camera we're just gonna enable it, and what it does is basically recognize everything and the scene that you're shooting. And as you guys can see, we got the phone ready. Of course, you will see for the first time when you open it, you will see at the top that it says AI photography is turned on. As you guys can see, there's nothing here. And of course, the setting is still enabled. So sometimes you may just see it, sometimes you won't. But the setting is set up. So let me quickly take a picture. And this is the picture with the AI camera. So let me quickly enable the auto rotate. Now, this is the picture with the AI camera. This is a perfect picture. I can see everything, every single detail. And now let's go over and see how that works without the AI camera enabled. So let's click here. Let's go over into those settings and scroll down until we see AI camera. Now, let's take a picture like this. And I tried to make it the same, but as you guys can see, this is how it looks like right now. And let's quickly go over and check the AI version. So this is the AI version, and this is a non-AI version, so we can definitely see the difference. And I feel like AI camera really did something here. So there's a big difference. Basically, the camera just analyzed the scene in real time, the lighting that's in the room, the colors, the objects that we're taking picture of, and it adjusted everything perfectly. So I pointed it at a plant, it recognized the greenery. And that's basically how you guys can easily use the smart recognition here. So that's how you guys can use the recognition. I hope this video was helpful. And don't forget to turn that feature on because it is amazing. So that's it for the video. Hope it was helpful. If it was, then leave a like, subscription, and a comment. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Hello everybody, welcome back to HardReset.Info channel. In today's video, I'll show you how to fix battery drain on your Honor 600 Lite 5G. So what we're going to do first is we're going to go over into the settings. Now in the settings, we're going to scroll down to battery. So we got the battery right here. And now what are we going to do is we're going to go and detect the apps with the highest usage. So let's scroll down to battery use. What are we going to do next is here we got every single app, and as you guys can see, some of these apps cannot be changed. This is normal, and we need to find the app that can actually be changed. So for example, not even the Google Play Store, but let's say the screen dimmer. We need to go to launch settings, and here we want to disable manage automatically. And here we disable everything. So now it is disabled and the app won't run in the background. It won't destroy our battery and anything else. Now, what are we going to do next is after we did that for every single app that we have the most usage on, what are we going to do next is we're going to go over so we can uninstall the bloatware. So the bloatware is basically every single app that you really do not use. So if you do not use email made by Honor, you can click uninstall. And of course, you cannot do that to every single app. As you guys can see, you can delete, let's say, Honor Health. You can not delete the files, but you can uninstall the notes. Of course, the themes are not deletable, so now we got rid of almost every single app that we can. Of course, the AI space, Facebook that we did not install, and we can find apps like this. So this is pretty normal. Now we got rid of any bloatware from our device. And what are we going to do next is we're going to go to Play Store. We're going to go to search and search for AccuBattery. So we're going to look for any errors in a battery with this app right here made by Digibytes. We're going to click install and tap here. Now it is installing. It went pretty quick. We're going to click open, and here we need to go over and we got the battery design capacity right here. So we want to make sure that it says 6520. Of course, the rated value is 6320, but the phone battery design is 6500, so we want to keep it like this. Now we're going to click finish, and as you guys can see, the only error we are getting that the AccuBattery may be killed in the background because the battery optimization. So it's normal. And as you guys can see, we got everything right here. There's no errors with our battery. But if you do have something else on red, then I would simply recommend you bringing the phone into the service center. And of course, as a last resort, what are we going to do is we're going to restart the phone. So press the power button, the volume up button, and tap restart. Tap again to restart the phone, and now it's restarting. So I'll see you guys in a second once the restart is done. Now, after the restart, if your battery is still draining, what you guys want to do is go over and bring the phone to the authorized service because there may be an error that user just cannot simply find. So, that's it for the video. I hope it was helpful. If it was, leave a like, subscription, and a comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Hello everybody, welcome back to the HardReset.Info channel. In today's video, I'll show you how to fix the ghostage problem on your Honor 600 Lite 5G. So first, if you got a case or a screen protector, then remove it and let me explain why. Basically, whenever we get the screen protector applied, then of course we get a third-party one, and if you got a third-party one, it's not applied properly, then we want to remove it because it can make your phone go and do some random stuff. So for example, random clicks, and this is basically what a ghost touch is. Now it will just spam randomly. It doesn't have to be in one place, just like I am tapping now, but it can be like this for an example, and you'll simply have no idea where the ghost touch is clicking, and simply just remove the screen protector and reapply it. Make sure that you use a good screen protector. Don't go for cheap alternatives. This is not a good way because you'll still need to change them. Now for the case, I do not have one. As you guys can see, my phone is pretty good right here. But if you got a case, then make sure that the case is not going onto the screen. So what I mean by that is we got the bezels, so the dark part between the screen and the side of the phone. If the case is going over them and it's touching the screen, then it looks like this. You either won't be able to use it or it will simply just start spamming, depending on how it looks and how hard is it touching the screen. Is it touching whenever you touch it, or is it simply touching all the time? So there are two ways. Make sure to remove the case and see if that fixes the issue. If not, then go over and keep it on. What are we going to do next is we're going to clean the screen to remove any debris or moisture. And what I like to use here is a microfiber cloth. So this actually gets rid of everything on the screen. Let me quickly lift the phone up. I've got it right here in my hand. Let's go over and give it a little, not wash, but a little clean. Now, this basically cleaned our entire phone. You guys can see there's also light. The phone is clear. There's no fingerprints on it. And that's how you guys can easily clean it. So now the screen is clean, and what are we going to do is we're going to go over and force restart the device. So we're going to press the power button, the volume up button until we see this menu. Now press the power button and the volume down button and keep on holding it for more than 10 seconds. So do not mind the screenshot, it is normal. Now we're going to keep on holding it until we see the black screen. Now we can let go and we should see the Honor logo. So the phone is forced restarting. Now after the restart, what are we going to do as a last resort is update our software. So we need to enter the password if you got one after the restart. Go over to settings and swipe down until you guys see system and update. So it's totally at the bottom. We're going to tap on software update. So the first option from the top, and here it's checking for the latest version. As you guys can see, my software version is up to date, but if your system, then I'll recommend you updating it. It's very important to keep up with the latest version so you do not have any old glitches running around on your device. So that's it for the video. I hope it was helpful. If it was, then leave a like, subscription, and a comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Welcome. In this video, I will show you what to do if you forgot the lock screen password to your Honor 600 Lite 5G. In such case, the best solution would be reaching out to Honor customer support service and letting them know about this issue. In case you can provide them with the proof of the ownership of your smartphone, for example, the receipt from the store where you bought the device, or the original box to your smartphone, they'll be able to help you recover the access to your smartphone without removing any personal data from it. Otherwise, you're going to have to perform a factory reset operation on your smartphone. And if you have some alternative way to sign into your smartphone other than your password, for example, your fingerprint scanner or the face unlock, then do that just to back up your important files from the phone to an external device. It can be your PC, it can be your other device, it can be an external SSD, an SD card, or an external cloud service. And after backing up your data, you'll be able to perform a factory reset operation in two different ways, even without backing up your data, of course. So in order to perform factory reset operation remotely, you're gonna need your Honor to have a Google account linked to it. If you do have a Google account linked to your Honor device, then you'll be able to enter the Find Hub website using any other device of yours that has internet access on it. Enter the Find Hub website and sign into your Google account on it. Then open the devices list, and this will let you see your Honor 600 Lite here. You'll be able to select factory reset device in order to erase your device remotely. After the factory reset operation is finished, you'll be able to set up your device once again and recover your data from the backup in case you prepared it. And the other way to perform a factory reset operation is through the recovery mode. In order to access the recovery mode, you're going to have to connect your device to a computer using cable. So plug in the cable that goes from your computer to your smartphone. And after that, turn off your smartphone in a normal way. So press power button and volume up key at the same time. Select power off, confirm, and wait until your device is switched off. After that, you're going to have to press and hold power button and volume up keys at the same time. So press and hold these two buttons. At some point, your device will turn on. If you see the Honor logo on your screen, remove the power button, remove the finger from the power button and keep holding volume up. Otherwise, you'll get booted straight to the recovery mode or the boot mode of your device. Here, you're going to have to select clear data, then factory reset, and perform factory reset operation locally. And after that, of course, set up your device once again and restore your data from the backup. And that's it for this video. Thank you for watching it, and I hope that it helped you. If it did, please consider subscribing to our channel, leave us a like in the comment below, and I'll see you in the next one.
Hello everybody, welcome back to HardReset.Info channel. In today's video, I'll show you the video recording tips on your Honor 600 Lite 5G. So first, what you guys want to do is open up the camera app, and now we got the video mode right here. We want to make sure that it's in the video mode specifically. Now what you guys want to do is make sure that if you go over into this little arrow right here, you switch these specifications to 1080p, and this will basically give you the full HD option. Now we're going to click here again, and we want to make sure that we record in a good ratio. So we can record in 21:9 or 16:9. So as you guys can see, we can record with the black bars like this, or we can record like this. So actually, I've noticed better videos on 21:9, even though not many people actually use it. I really think that this is a great idea. Now, I would recommend enabling the grid line and the level, so you know whenever your recording is centered, you'll see it as yellow right here. And basically, when it's yellow, you are making sure that it is centered. So right now this will basically give you better quality. Now overall here you can also enable the beauty filter, and it won't change much unless you're recording somebody, but I would also recommend using it so you guys can check it out how it's working. Never record on 1x, and I would recommend using like 1.5 or 1.3. This is the cinematic shots. This is like around 50 millimeters here, and this basically looks much better. Even though everything feels that it's just closer to you, it's much better like that. Now here, if you're recording at night, recommended, the flash is recommended, of course. You can enable it always on. Now it's bright right here, and it is also very good. Now here we got the settings. As you guys can see, we got the video, we got the specifications. Make sure that everything here is maxed out, so 1080p 30 fps. Of course, here we got the efficient video format, so this will just reduce the video space. And make sure that you enable AI camera. Here we got everything, and everything here is set up for the best recording. So here we got everything. Now if we want to go over, we can go over and simply start recording. Now the videos will look really good. So we got the video taken, and the video actually looks like this. So this looks amazing. And that's basically how you can easily make the cinematic quality. It's pretty hard right here. There's not a lot of options. So, I mean, like not filter wise, but just the samples wise to like recording them. It might be a bit hard for this device. It was definitely not made for recording cinematic shots. So don't expect anything from it. We got the full HD here, 30 FPS, not bad. But still, that's basically the best options right there, the options that I just gave you. And I hope this video helped you. If it did, then leave a like, subscription, and a comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Hello everybody, welcome back to HardReset.Info channel. In today's video, I'll show you how to easily fix battery drain problem on your Honor 600 Lite 5G. So first, what you guys want to do is open up the settings and go over into the battery. So we got it right here. Now what we can do is we can go over and show the battery usage. So we need to scroll down to battery use. Now we're gonna scroll down right here. And of course I selected the period. Now we're gonna click somewhere here. And as you guys can see, the biggest battery usage is on the games for me. So Fortnite and Free Fire Max. And what you guys can do is simply go over, click on them, and make sure that you can manage these settings manually. So make sure to disable auto launch, secondary launch, and make sure to disable the option for the app to run in the background. Now the app will not consume the power in the background, and we can do that for this game right here too, even though it does not seem like it is running in the background because we can see that it's less than 1 milliampere hour. We're gonna still disable it to make sure that it is not launching the first or the second launch. So the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go over and scroll down to the control center. Now here, what we can do is we can make it a bit bigger, and here we want to make sure that there's nothing that can take our battery enabled. So for example, if we do not use the location, disable it, now it's enabled, and now it is disabled. So here, click close, and now the location is disabled. What we want to do next is we want to go over and reduce our brightness. So go to the display and brightness settings. Now we got the brightness right here, and we can simply grab it and scroll it like this. So now it is too dark for the video, but you guys definitely get my point. Just make it lower and make sure to disable automatic brightness if you're doing so, because as you guys can see, it will just increase the brightness, and we definitely do not want it. So after changing the brightness, what you guys want to do is go over and go to the battery again. Here we're going to go to battery optimization, and we want to click optimize. So now the apps are not running in the background. And here, what else can we do is we can go over, we can make sure that we enable power consumption alert, and then we will be able to basically check if our battery is getting drained. Of course, the safe charging and smart battery capacity. And here you got the system optimization. So make sure it says optimized here. And here you got stay connected while asleep. So you want to keep your Wi-Fi active after the screen turns off. So make sure that you enable it. And now the last thing is power saving mode settings. So here you guys can copy my settings. These settings are very good. It will automatically enable power saving mode at 20%, and it will disable it at 90%. So whenever we're charging our phone and it's charged to 90%, it will disable power saving mode. And of course, the optimization options at the bottom to reduce the screen refresh rate from 120 to 60, and dark mode. So whenever we open up the power saving mode, our phone will simply switch to dark mode to save the battery. So that's it for the video. I hope it was helpful. If it was, then leave a like, subscription, and a comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Hello everybody, welcome back to HardReset.Info channel. In today's video, I'll show you how to easily free up space fast on your Honor 600 Lite 5G without losing any data. So first, what you guys want to do is go over, and first we're going to open up the apps right here. So what are we going to do is we're going to scroll a bit down here in the apps, and we're going to go over into the settings. Now here in the settings, we need to select the storage. Now as you guys can see, I got 35 gigabytes right here, and this is 82 out of 128 gigabytes remaining. So here we can easily click cleanup. Now without losing any data for any apps, we got the junk files. This is 530. We can see that it's just the cache, and the cache really does not matter. It won't do anything. And now it is cleaning it. We got 530 megabytes back. Now we got the internal storage, and as you guys can see, we can delete everything right here. We still got everything. And now we can go over to the settings, back to storage. We got other, for example, right here. Now we can click on clean. We got the apps, for example, and we can delete apps that we do not need. So, for example, if you're not playing Free Fire Max, you can just click on install and you get 1 gigabyte back. So that's basically how it works. Of course, we got the Honor Health. We can also uninstall this unless you got the Honor Watch and it is compatible, the wearable. Now we also got the large files right here, and this is the file that says caution everywhere. So we got the pack chunks, and we can easily go over here and delete it. So as you guys can see, the files will be permanently deleted. We just gained 11 gigabytes. And here we also got the audio videos, but we see that it's only 37 megabytes, 21 megabytes, and 65 megabytes. Here we got the duplicate files, and we can see that it's just 2 of the same images. So we're gonna just delete this. Now we get 2 megabytes back. Not a lot, but we can do the same here. And there's no duplicate files anymore. Now it is scanning for junk files, unused apps, and everything. So as you guys can see, we basically got a lot more storage back. So that's how you guys can clean it. Now, of course, there's a lot of more ways we can move the photos to the cloud. So for example, we can move them into the Google Photos. We got the Google Photos. Let me quickly go to the folder, go to the photos. We can move them right here. So they will be right there, and they will basically be saved on the cloud and not on the phone. It is backing up the photos now, as you guys can see. So whenever we take a picture, it will go straight into our Google Photos, the account that we have logged on. And basically, then we can delete it from the gallery right here, because we will have them on the Photos app from the Google. So that's what you guys can do. Of course, we killed the cache, we emptied the trash, we got everything. So that's basically it. That's how we easily got 20 gigabytes back. I hope this video was helpful. If it was, then leave a like, subscription, and a comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Hello everybody, welcome back to the HardReset.Info channel. In today's video, I'll show you how to easily make some accessibility features like text-to-speech, font size, and magnification on your Honor 600 Lite 5G. So first, what you guys want to do is go over into the settings. Now in those settings, we're going to be scrolling down all the way to the bottom until we see accessibility features. Now here, what we can do is we can go over and click on the accessibility. Here, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go to text-to-speech. Of course, we can enable it. And as you guys can see, we can change the speech rate and the pitch. So let me quickly... As you guys can see, let me quickly listen to an example.
This is an example of speech synthesis in English.
So let me quickly...
This is an example of speech synthesis in English. This is an example of speech synthesis in English.
So this is the speech recognition. As you guys can see, this is how it looks like. And this is the text-to-speech. So basically, whatever we select, we can easily go over and just read it out loud. So the phone will do that for us. Of course, we can enable the talkback. As you guys can see, we are in the talkback mode. Now, this basically reads our screen and it will go over, and as you guys can see, we can turn off the talkback just like this. So basically the talkback will read everything that's on our screen, and this will help us. Of course, the talkback is also based on the settings that we put at the text-to-speech. Now, the next one, the magnification, we got it right here, as you guys can see, and we can easily magnify our device. So we can go over and zoom just by tapping 3 times on our phone, just like this. As you guys can see, now we can go over and change the zoom level, and now we can also leave by tapping 3 times. So this is perfect for people that's their eyes basically not working as good, but still you can manage by seeing every single letter just by tapping the screen 3 times. So what are we going to do next is we're going to go over to the font size. So let's leave the accessibility. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go over into display and brightness. Here we need to scroll until we see text and display size. We can go over to font settings. We can change the font size to large. And of course, we can go over, change it to normal. We can also change the boldness. And now, once we leave, everything will be saved. So let's go over back to font settings, make them a little bigger, and it is also bigger. So what else can we do here is we can simply bring it back to normal. And what else can we do here is we can also change the display size. So we can easily change it to large, and now it looks like this. So we can also change the font and the display right here. So that's basically it. These are the accessibility features that can definitely help you. I hope this video was helpful. If it was, then leave a like, subscription, and a comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Welcome. In this video, I will show you what to do if you cannot access your Honor 600 Lite 5G using your lock screen pattern. In such case, the best decision would be reaching out to Honor customer support service, as if you can show them the proof of the ownership of your smartphone, they'll be able to help you out with this issue and to let you regain access to your smartphone without removing any data from it. Otherwise, you're going to have to perform a factory reset operation in order to regain access to your device. And before you do that, if you have an alternative way to sign into your device, for example, fingerprint ID or face recognition enrolled, then use it to get access to your device and back up all the data, all the important data, to either an external device or an SD card or an external SSD or maybe a cloud service. And after that, you'll be able to perform a factory reset operation either remotely if you have a Google account linked to this smartphone. In such case, you just have to grab any other device of yours that has internet connection, find the Find Hub website by Google, sign into your Google account, select your Honor from the list, select factory reset device, and perform a factory reset operation remotely. Once the factory reset operation is performed, you'll be able to set up your device once again, and after setting up your device once again, you'll be able to restore your backup in case you prepared it. And otherwise, you can perform a factory reset operation remotely or locally, and to perform the factory reset operation locally, you're going to have to connect your device to a computer. So plug in the USB-C cable that the other side of which is connected to your PC, and after that, turn off your smartphone. To do that, short press power button and volume up key, select power off and then select it once again. Wait until your device is fully shut down, and after that, start holding down power button and volume up key at the same time. Then you'll be able to see MagicOS. But if you saw the Honor logo on the way, once you see the Honor logo, you have to remove the finger from the power button and keep holding down the volume up key. Here, in order to perform factory reset operation, you have to select clear data, which is the second option right here. But if you do remember your pattern, instead you can also check whether it's working in the safe mode, as some third-party application or some background activity may interfere with the way that your lock screen behaves, and sometimes it causes your phone to lag on the lock screen, and safe mode itself sometimes resolves this issue. So if you do remember your last lock screen pattern that worked, you can select safe mode instead of clear data and let your device restart. Once your device is restarted into the safe mode, enter your pattern once again, and in case you succeed this time, we're gonna have to remove the pattern. To do that, go to settings, then go to biometrics and password, select disable lock screen password, okay, and then enter your pattern once again. And then restart the phone back into the normal mode by pressing power button and volume up key and selecting restart twice. And that's it. Thank you for watching this video. If it helped you, please consider subscribing to our channel, leave us a like and a comment below, and I'll see you in the next one.
Hello everybody, welcome back to HardReset.Info channel. In today's video, I'll show you how to easily speed up your workflow on the Honor 600 Lite 5G. So first, what you guys want to do is go over into the settings, and what we're going to do in these settings is we're going to go and scroll down until we see system and updates almost at the bottom. Here, what we're going to do is we're going to go over to system navigation, and we got the things right here. We want to make sure that we enable circle to search, and let me show you why. Basically, whenever we go over and hold this, we open up this option that we can easily select something and it will be searched in the Google. So this is very important. You can speed up a lot of things. As you guys can see, let's select this thing right here, and now the AI overview will tell us what that is. Now, of course, this is very important to enable. Now we got the Google Assistant right here, and this will basically, if we swipe from both of the corners, we can enable it. So as you guys can see, let's go over and set an alarm to at 7:40 p.m. And we got an alarm set at 7:40 p.m. So as you guys can see, it is working. We got the 1940, which is 7:40 p.m. And we can do a lot of things with the assistant itself. Now, we got the system navigation. Let's leave this. And now what we're going to do is we're going to go over to gestures. So let's leave system and updates. Let's go over and scroll until we see the accessibility features. Here we click on them and we got the shortcuts and gestures. Now here what we're going to do is we got the press and hold power down. We got the power off. Now double press power button. We got turn on or turn off torch. So now let's go over and press it. We got the torch, which is our flashlight. We also got the double press volume down button with the screen off. So we can select something right here. We can, let's say, launch a calculator. And with the screen off, we got the calculator. It is working. And now we can basically change it to speed up everything on our device. So let's go back here. Let's go to the shortcuts. We also got the gestures. So we can swipe down with 3 fingers to take a screenshot, Of course, we can crop it and then save it right here. We can save as new or replace the original. So let's replace the original. We got the record screen, so knock twice on the screen with 2 knuckles. So now our screen is being recorded. Of course, the next thing that we have is screen on and off. So raise phone to wake or double tap to wake the screen. So this is actually very good. Of course, you guys can go over and double tap to turn it off. And now we can double tap to turn it on. So this is also a very cool feature. We can speed up a lot of stuff with it. Of course, raise to wake is also very good because as you guys can see, our phone is not used right now. Let's go over and flip it. As you guys can see, it's automatically turning on. So this is very great. Next thing we got here is to drag app content. So we got everything here. I do not have any specific apps that actually support this, but you guys can have fun with those settings. And we got the mute ringtone and reduce volume. So we can flip to mute the ringtone, and now whenever we flip our phone, the ringtone will be muted. So that's basically all the shortcuts and features that you can use to speed up your workflow. I hope this video was helpful. If it was, then leave a like, subscription, and a comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Welcome. In this video, I will show you what to do if your Honor X100 Lite got stuck in a boot loop. First of all, make sure that your device is charged enough to turn on, as being discharged is simply one of the most common issues for that. So connect a charging cable to your device. Now make sure that your device is being charged with the original power adapter, or at least with the one that can charge it that has 20 watts capacity, which should be enough for this device to charge. And see if this icon shows up on your screen. So this icon is supposed to show up anytime you connect any charging cable to your device. And after some time, try turning your device on by simply pressing and holding the side button. And in case it will not work for you, sometimes it may be caused by some third-party application interference or some background activity interference. To outrule this possibility, we can boot our smartphone into the safe mode. To do that, we're gonna have to connect our device to a computer using a USB-C cable. So connect a USB-C cable to your smartphone. One side goes into your smartphone, the other one into the PC. You don't have to download any software. Simply press and hold the power button and volume up button at the same time. Wait until your phone vibrates, and then you can release the power button and keep holding the volume up key. This will make you boot into the boot mode or recovery mode, and here we can select safe mode. And after selecting safe mode, your device will boot into the safe mode. So if your device can boot into the safe mode, then you're gonna have to go there and then delete the application, the recent applications that you downloaded, in order to prevent them from blocking your device from starting up, or just perform a factory reset operation. So in the safe mode, you will see this indicator in the bottom left corner of your screen. Now, if you can sign into your smartphone, go into settings, and then either go to apps, select manage apps, and then delete the apps that could have caused this kind of issue, or just perform a factory reset operation. But before you do that, also perform a backup. So let's go to System and Updates. And here, let's go to Backup and Restore. Make sure to create a data backup using Backup tool. And after that, go to Reset, go to Reset Phone, and perform a full factory reset of your device. And then restore the data from the backup after you set up your phone again. Now, what to do if you cannot access your device through the safe mode? Well, in this case, we'll still be able to get to recovery mode in the using the method that I showed you before. So holding down the side button and the volume up button at the same time. Let me just do this one more time. Okay. And here we're gonna have to select clear data. So if the display of your device is unavailable, you can use volume buttons to navigate and power button to select. Select clear data, and then you can either wipe cache partition here before doing performing a factory reset, or you can perform a factory reset straight away. Confirm factory resets after entering yes in this field, and then select factory reset, and your device will be reset to defaults, and all data will be erased from your phone. And after that, the problem should be gone. If it's not, then you should definitely reach out to Honor customer support service and ask for their further guidance. That's it for this video. Thank you for watching it. If it helped you, please consider subscribing to our channel, leave us a like and a comment below, and I'll see you in the next one. Welcome. In this video, I will show you what to do if you cannot access your Honor 600 Lite 5G using your lock screen PIN code. The best solution in this case is reaching out to Honor customer support service and letting them know about this issue. If you can prove the ownership of your smartphone to them, they will help you regain access to your smartphone without removing any personal data from your device. But if this is not an option for you, you can still regain access to your smartphone by performing a factory reset operation. And before you do that, if you have access to your smartphone using some alternative sign-in method, for example, fingerprint unlock or face unlock, you can do that and back up all the data from your smartphone to your external device, for example, your computer. You can also back up your data to external clouds, etc., to SD card or whatever, basically. And after that, you'll be able to perform factory reset operation in two different ways. So one is the remote factory reset operation. In order to perform a remote factory reset, you're gonna have to open the Find Hub website using any other device that you have around, and using the Find Hub website, access devices list. First of all, you're gonna have to sign into your Google account, the one that is linked with your Honor, and then you're gonna have to find your Honor here, select factory reset device, and then perform a factory reset operation on this smartphone remotely. If you cannot do that, you'll be able to perform a factory reset operation locally. To perform a factory reset operation locally, however, you're gonna have to first connect your device to a computer using a cable. So one side of the cable has to be connected to your computer, the other one connects to your Honor smartphone. After that, you're gonna have to hold down power button and volume up keys at the same time, select power off, then confirm, wait until your device is fully turned off. You'll know it when you see the charging sign on your smartphone that indicates that the smartphone is shut down. Okay, and right now we're gonna have to press power button and volume up key at the same time. Let's keep holding them. Okay, maybe let me try once again. So power button and volume up key. Once the Honor logo appears on your screen, remove the finger from the power button and keep holding the volume up key. You'll get to the boot menu, and here you'll be able to perform factory reset operation by selecting clear data option. However, if you do remember the pin code to your smartphone, you can still try to access your device using safe mode, which is also available here. So if you'd like to try, select safe mode, it's the last option here, and then wait until your device is restarted. Once your device is in the safe mode, you will see the safe mode indicator in the bottom left corner of your device's screen. Enter your PIN code, and in case you succeed, what you're gonna have to do next is go to settings and remove your password by going to biometrics and password menu, selecting disable lock screen password, disable, and then confirm by entering your password once again. Then to return to the normal mode, just press power button and volume up keys at the same time, select restart and confirm. And that's it. Thank you for watching this video. If it helped you, please consider subscribing to our channel, leave us a like and a comment below, and I'll see you in the next one.
Hello everybody, welcome back to the HardReset.Info channel. In today's video, I'll show you how to fix headphones not detected on your Honor 600 Lite 5G. So first, you guys want to check the headphones. So if you're using USB-C headphones, for an example, you can start by checking the headphones with another pair. This is what a lot of people do first, and I agree this is the best method. We want to check if this is the fault of the phone or the headphones. So test another pair, get another one, and try and plug it in. As you guys can see, I can plug the USB-C in, but this is not for the headphones. This is just a charger, so it won't really help me. But quickly, you will just put it right here in the port at the bottom, and it should be good. Then you will see if the issue is with the headphones itself or the phone. So, of course, it might be the charging port that's just blocking the connection due to the dust inside of it. So make sure to clean the charging port. You guys can view it for any debris, dirt, and etc. For me, the port is clean. Yes, it is clean. So I'm not going to touch it. But if yours is dirty, make sure to go over and clean it with a soft brush, for an example. After that, restart the phone. So we're going to press the power button and the volume up button at the same time. Tap restart and tap again to restart the device. Now it's restarting, and I'll see you guys in a second once the restart is done. After the restart, if you're using an adapter or just something that you can easily put your 3.5mm jack in, make sure that it is a original or a certified adapter. It's very important because we want to make sure that there's no cheap adapters involved. Especially they can break down any second and we will have no idea when, why, or anything. So just make sure that you're using an original or a certified adapter. Now, if you already tested another pair of headphones, make sure to do that again. It's very important because maybe the restart did something and you can easily check if your old headphones are working or if the new pair or another pair of headphones is also working. Now, what are we going to do is we're going to go over and update our software. So this is the last step here for the wired people. We're going to go to settings, scroll down until we see system and updates. And here tap on software update. As you guys can see, it's checking and I am up to date. But if you guys are not, then I recommend you updating. It's very important to keep up with the latest version of the software. Now we're going to go over into Bluetooth people. So we're going to go and leave the system and updates and we're going to go to Bluetooth. So if your Bluetooth is disabled, then enable it. And now we're gonna disable and enable it again. So this is a quick restart of the Bluetooth. What are we gonna do next is, as you guys can see, I got my headphones paired right here. Those are the AirPods and they are connected. But if you got an issue connecting your headphones or they're just not detected at all, what you guys want to do is simply click on the eye icon right here, click on pair at the bottom, and now this device disappeared. So I got the AirPods 3 Pros, so I got no button on the back. I just double tap the front case And as you guys can see, we're just gonna go over, double tap it, the color is white, and they appeared right here. So let's tap them, now click pair, and now they are connecting again. Sometimes if your AirPods or any other headphones, if they're not connecting, charge them up to 100%. This is very important because sometimes those headphones might just not be charged enough to go over into the pairing mode or connect at all. So we want to make sure that they are charged. And after that, as a last resort, what you guys can do is reset the Bluetooth settings. So we're going to go over, scroll down to System and Updates. Here, we're going to go and click on Reset, and we're going to click Reset Network Settings. This basically resets our Wi-Fi, mobile data, and Bluetooth. So it will also re-sign us from every single Wi-Fi network we've ever been connected to, but it will also delete every single Bluetooth device. So not only your headphones, but every single device that you have ever connected to your phone. So keep that in mind before resetting everything. And that's basically it. So I hope this video was helpful. If it was, then leave a like, subscription, and a comment. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Hello everybody, welcome back to HardReset.Info channel. In today's video, we're gonna debunk some wireless charging myths and talk about why Honor 600 Lite 5G skipped it. So, wireless charging looks futuristic. No cable, no hassle, just placing your phone here and let it charge without any cables. So, why would a modern phone like this skip it completely? So, it's not actually cost cutting, although it is, but there's actually a smarter decision behind that. And there's basically a truth that most people don't talk about. So, we all know how wireless charging works, and if you don't, then this basically uses electromagnetic induction. So, that means the energy is moving from a charging pad into your phone through coils without any cable, and although it sounds efficient, it's not. So every time, energy changes form from electricity to a magnetic field and back again. Some of it gets lost, and it's not a tiny amount. So wired charging typically delivers around 90 to 95% efficiency, and basically, the wired charging typically gives us 90 to 95, while the wireless charging drops to roughly 60 to 75%. And that energy doesn't disappear, it basically turns into heat. So we can place the phone on a charger, and as you guys can see, it won't charge it because this phone skipped it, but the back will be where the warmth is building up. And this is where the problem starts. So wireless charging naturally produces more heat, and it's because of the cold resistance. So it might be to the cold resistance, imperfect alignment, and energy loss in the air gap between the charger and a phone. So even slightly shifting your phone on the pad can make it less efficient. And now here's basically why that matters. So if you got a lithium-ion batteries, they don't like heat. And higher temperatures accelerate chemical aging inside the battery, which means over time you lose more capacity faster. So it's not an instant damage, for example iPhones, but it definitely adds up. And I know what I'm talking about because this is the 15 Pro Max. It has the worst heating history, and basically those batteries don't like being heated up because the condition drops very fast. Now there's also speed. So we all know that wireless charging is always slower, and it's not because it's less efficient. It's because phones actively slow it down when the temperatures rise. And this is called thermal throttling. So your phone protects itself by reducing the charging speed. So the phone gets a lot of heat, it's reducing the charging speed. Also, every single thing gets lost. So we all know, we've talked about this, but 60 to 75% is efficient and 25% is getting lost somewhere, and it's heat. So this is actually pretty bad. Now, this won't charge your phone quickly. As you guys can see, I can go over and place it right here, but it won't charge it quickly. As you guys can see, it also has to be at some point placed fairly good for it to even start charging, but we're not going to talk about the iPhones. In real world use, charging by basically this charger right here, the wireless one, takes longer, and it's sometimes up to 100% more time. So if you charge to 80% in 40 minutes, it will take you 80 minutes, which is basically an hour and 20 minutes. Now, if your phone skips wireless charging like this one, it's not because it wants to cut corners. It's basically focusing on what matters more. So the fast charging, we all know that this phone had got the fastest charging. Now, it also has better efficiency and less heat. Now, we can go over and plug in the charger to show how fast charging kicks in. So let's go over, plug the charger in. We got the supercharge active, and now the phone is charging way quicker than basically the wireless charging if it had one. So wireless charging is definitely convenient, but it comes with trade-offs like slower speeds, more wasted energy, and higher temperatures. But at the end of the day, it's a choice between convenience and performance, and in this case, it definitely led to performance. So next time you see a phone like Honor without wireless charging, don't assume it's missing something. It might just be avoiding the compromises that come with it. So that's basically it for the video. I hope you guys liked it. If you did, then leave a like, subscription, and a comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Hello everybody, welcome back to HardReset.Info channel. In today's video, I'll show you how to customize your Honor 600 Lite 5G home screen like a pro. So here we got the home screen. Now what are we gonna do is we're gonna go over and pinch our screen. So whenever we hold it, then nothing will happen. So we need to pinch it with 2 fingers. Now what we can do here is we can add some widgets. So for example, let's click cards. Now we got the widgets, and here we can choose the Google, like at a glance, finance watch list, or simply the search bar that is default. Now we got the routines, of course, another search bar. So these are 2 different types. And here we also got the backup, Gmail, labels, also the boost for our device. And it depends on what apps you have installed. So there may be a lot more of those widgets, but my phone right now is very clean. It has nothing on it. So here we got everything. Now we can click on the plus, and now this will be as a home screen. We can click cards. Let's add the, let's say, finance watch list. Let's do that again. And as you guys can see, it is right here. So we can even change the position. We can make it a bit bigger. We can even make it almost like this. And let me quickly go over and let's make it a bit smaller. So now it is smaller, and we can of course scroll it down. We can see everything like the MCS, ASX, and of course, whenever we click on something, we will be redirected into the Google search about whatever we clicked on. So we can also add, let's say, the Gmail label. Now let's go over and choose the inbox, click done, and we got the inbox right here in our email. So we can do a lot of things here. We can even add a text widget. So we can choose this one or the bigger one. Let's add this one. And here we got the go beyond text. Now we can go over, press and hold it, click edit card. And here we can change it to anything that you guys want. So we got the hard reset right here. Of course, we can change the color and everything. So let's make it like this so you guys can see it. And of course, we can change the alignment. But I think the center one is actually the best. So now we can change the thickness. So now it's very slim and now it's thick. Let's go over, click apply. And as you guys can see, we got the hard reset right here. Now, what else do we have here is we got the settings. So we can change our layout of our home screen to 5:6, and it'll look like this. So we can fit a lot more apps on one side. And Now we can even add more widgets right here. So this is very cool. We also got the gallery, we also got the clocks, we got the tips. So whenever we want to learn something new about our phone, we can click and add it to the home screen. Now we got the text right here. So let me quickly put it at the bottom. And let's add another card. Let's add a clock. We're gonna add something like this. Now we got it. And of course, we can put a lot more widgets like files. We got the app cards right here. So for example, we can add the Honor Health and we can view our steps like this. Now they are placed. And of course, there's a lot of the widgets right here. So what you guys can do is go over and add them together. So now we got them stacked. Let's move them here and we can easily scroll like this. So you got the clock, we got the tips, and we got the Honor Health. So we can change it like that. And here you guys can basically organize everything. Now, what else can you guys do is go over into the settings. So we're gonna go over to the settings right here. We're gonna click on home screen and style. And of course, here we got the personal style. So we can change it. We can add a new one here. So for example, it depends on what we want. We can even choose a picture from the gallery. We can select the lock screens that we already had, or we can download something like that for an example. So now it is downloaded. We got everything here and we can even pinch it to crop this. We can go over and place it like that. Now let's click done. And as you guys can see, it's setting the wallpaper up. So this is how our phone looks like now. And whenever we go over and go to the lock screen, it looks like this. So we have changed everything. Let's go back to the settings. We're going to open up always on display and we're going to enable it. So once we enable it, we can choose the images. We can even select the artistic signature. So it'll be on our screen always. So we can choose, let's say, Beyond Premium or anything, but let's choose the image right now so you guys can see how that works. So this is the image. This is the always on display. Now we can double tap to get rid of it and open up the lock screen again. But here we got everything. We can even add a digital clock if we don't want any pictures. We can customize it to this one. We can delete the date showing and we can delete the option to show notifications and battery. But I feel like this option is actually very great. We can apply it. And as you guys can see, whenever I turn the phone off, this is how our always on display looks like. So you guys can customize it up to your liking. And this is everything you need to know about setting up your home screen the way you want it to. So that's it for the video. I hope it was helpful. If it was, don't leave a like, subscription, and a comment. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Hello everybody, welcome back to HardReset.Info channel. In today's video, we're going to test the gaming performance on Honor 600 Lite 5G. So we're going to get the most popular game for the phones. We're going to get Fortnite. So I'm sure a lot of people heard about this game. We're going to load it up and see if it works good on this phone. So we're going to wait until it connects us. We're going to switch our phone to the game performance so it is more focused on the game. And of course, it might drain our battery a little. But here we are. As you guys can see, the graphics are not amazing because I've changed them up. But we're going to go over here into the settings and actually change them back. We're going to go and we're going to select it to 100%. As you guys can see, the graphics are much better right here. We get stable 30 FPS in the main menu. It is normal. And what we're going to do next is we're going to swipe up from here. The game manager should be set to game instead of balanced. So switch it up to game. Here you guys can change our brightness. Of course, we're going to clean our memory first. And of course, we want to make sure that there's mistouch prevention and touch enhancer enabled. So we got everything done for the games. Now what we're going to do is we're going to start up a game and see how the phone performs itself in a game. So the menu, of course, 30 FPS is the limit, but let's see the game. Basically, we are running the epic settings, and what we're going to do now is we're going to get into a game and see how the phone performs on almost maxed out settings. So we are in the game. The FPS counter is a little small, but for now we get around 30 to 40 FPS. So we are in this range of the FPS as the battle boss is launching, and what we're going to do is we're going to open up settings and actually try and max it out. So we're going to go over and max out the settings. Let's click apply, and now let's head back to the game. So now we get around 30 FPS, but we are basically flying now. We get 17 FPS. So let's go over and lock that up, let it do its job. We are landing and we are still getting from 12 to 20 FPS. So it's not much. The game definitely feels laggy, and as you guys can see, the textures are loading. Now I remind you, these are the settings. So I cannot even move right now, as you guys can see, because the phone is lagging so much. So we are actually moving now. We are cruising around here. We get around 30 FPS, and as you guys can see, we got everything. So now we can just destroy it, get some things, and everything works fine now. So the phone is trying to stabilize everything. We are getting around 50 to 60 FPS right now. Sometimes it's very, very laggy. As you guys can see, I'm opening the case, I am going back and forth, and it's because of the phone and also the internet connection. So that's basically how the game performs. It's not bad, not good either, but this is definitely playable. As you guys can see, I cannot do anything, and now we're gonna be almost in front of this building, or even now it's just gonna lag us in place. So as you guys can see, I cannot even do anything. It should shoot this guy. And we got him, but the game is pretty much not playable at all. This is very laggy, and the FPS wise is pretty okay, but still I wouldn't play this game like that because it is just impossible. So the game itself is not lagging that much. We now get around 30 to 40 FPS. When we were landing, we got to 60, so this is the limit for the phone, and although we're running the max settings, it's still very great. So the game itself runs pretty fine. I wouldn't consider it good, and the phone definitely is for gaming, but not that much. So for example, the other main game that most people play is like Brawl Stars, Clash Royale, Clash of Clans, and people are playing them on old phones and they perform very bad, but on this phone it performs way better, and I'll show it to you. So let's run Brawl Stars, and of course we want to make sure that we are also on a game mode. Now here we just simply go over and click OK to log into our old account. We're gonna click on accept all, and here we got the account itself. So as you guys can see, this phone is not struggling with Brawl Stars. It is actually very playable, and the game is not laggy at all. This is definitely one of the best options if you're looking for a phone to games like this. It's not lagging, so we can easily play the game, as you guys can see. And we just got the Leon, so that's basically how the game is playable. It's not laggy, we can easily enjoy it, and that's basically how the performance on this phone looks. So the simple games like Brawl Stars are running without any issues, but Fortnite on the other hand, with the maxed out settings, it's pretty hard to tell because sometimes it's not lagging and we almost get 60 FPS, or we get 30 and 20. So it's totally up to you. You need to try it out for yourself. The phone was not heating up during the entire process. It's still cold and the battery here is not heating, but we got everything else like frame rate on our minds, so we need to remember that, and we need to make sure that we find the best settings to enjoy the games we like. So that's it for the video. I hope it was helpful. If it was, then leave a like, subscription, and a comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Hello everybody, welcome back to the HardReset.Info channel. In today's video, I'll show you how to master camera settings on your Honor 600 Lite 5G. So first, what are we going to do is we're going to open up the camera app. Now, if we want to be a master at our camera, what are we going to do is we're going to talk about every single mode. So the first one from the left side, we got the night mode. So we shoot night pictures only with it. It basically boosts up our exposure and makes sure that the shutter speed is okay. And it does that automatically with the help of the AI and good cameras right here. Now we got the cameras, we got everything, but what we really need next is we need to talk about the portrait. So the portrait basically takes pictures of things that are close up and removes or blurs the background. So as you guys can see, I have taken this photo as an example. You guys cannot see it that well, but this is actually blurred out a little, and this is in a pretty much high quality. Now we got the photo. This is the normal mode where everyone is taking their pictures. We can choose between 0.6 and 10. So as you guys can see, we can change it and we can go up to 10. Of course, it is also normal. We can hold our finger here. We can press on it and we can simply slide down to manage the exposure. Next, we got the video. We can record in 1080p or 720p and 30 FPS. Now we can also change it from 0.6, but now here we got the, let's say 10, but it's definitely not recommended to record something on the 10x zoom because the video will be in a very bad quality. And here we got the Pro. So the Pro one, basically we can choose everything manually here. We can set the ISO up. So for example, now it's much darker. Definitely we can change it and you guys can definitely notice the difference by the light that's right here. And as you guys can see, even my finger is changing the colors a little. So this is how we know that the ISO works. Now we got the shutter speed. We can change it to whatever we want. It also kind of lowers our brightness. So here we can put it at 8. But it's definitely not recommended. We can also put it on automatic right here. And now we got our exposure too. So we can change the exposure right here. I'm a big fan of the lower exposure. I think that those pictures just look very aesthetic. And as you guys can see, let me quickly take a picture with the settings that I do have right now. I'm pretty sure that it looks amazing. I don't know about you guys, but I really enjoy taking pictures with the lower exposure. Here we got the autofocus. We can set the manual focus right here, and we can basically adjust it for the things that we are going to take a picture of. So let me quickly take a picture of the flower. Now the flower is a little blurred out. This is not the best picture I've taken, but still it looks amazing. And we also got the white balance. We can set the white balance up and it basically balances our white. So let me quickly go over, click here, and we can change it to clouds. We can change it to every single mode that we pretty much want. And here we can adjust it just by sliding with our finger. And we got everything in kelvins. So we can change it right here. Also in more, we got the multi-video. So as you guys can see, this is my front camera. And we also got the front and the back camera at the same time. We can now start recording. As you guys can see, let me quickly show you how the recording looks like. So it's recording 2 POVs at once. This is actually amazing. I love this feature. And Of course, we got the slow-mo, so I do not need to explain how slow-mo works, because all it really does is it slows down everything. It records in more frames per second, so it's a bit more accurate. Of course, the video is very slowed down. We got the panorama, so the panorama, basically, we need to take a picture, and then we move our screen all around. It's around 180 or 360 degrees. So we can do a whole 360 and we can take a picture of everything in a straight line. So it'll look amazing. Now this is how panorama works like. We got the time lapse. Of course, it will record and then it will speed up the process. So for example, if you press start right here, we can start the time lapse. And as you guys can see, it even says that we want to keep our device steady and on a tripod. So as you guys can see, here is the first 10 seconds. Now there's nothing on the time-lapse time yet. And now there's a second. So the settings that I do have right now are basically 1 second per, I'm pretty sure 15 seconds. So soon we should see the second appearing. And as you guys can see, it is right here. Now we can go over and simply stop the recording. Now it is only 2 seconds. So this is how the time lapse works. And now what are we going to do is we're going to leave it. The next, we got the high res. So it will try and take high resolution pictures. Let me quickly show you guys how it works. So now I've taken a picture and it looks like this. So these automatic settings are not bad. They're actually good. And what else do we have here is of course an option to scan the documents. So if we got any documents on us, then we can easily scan them. Let me quickly try and as you guys can see, I've taken a picture of my bottle. Now here is the preview of it. And of course, we can export this. We can select next and we can export it as a PDF, text file, notes and extra and everything else. So that's basically how making it work. So you got a lot of options in your camera app, but all you really need to do is test them and enjoy them. So that's how you guys can easily master the camera and the photo quality, so the pro section. And that's basically it for the video. So I hope it was helpful. If it was, then leave a like, subscription and a comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Welcome. In this video, I'll present a list of my personal top tricks for Honor 600 Lite smartphone. So speaking of tricks, let's start with the AI button located on the right side of your smartphone. By default, you use it to open the camera on the phone, but it can also be customized to open many different features. Some of them are AI features, some of them are simply the alteration of your of its original function, so you can make it perform any other feature on your smartphone. To customize it, go to Honor AI in your settings and find the AI button here. Now here you'll be able to customize this button's settings. You can also customize the settings for double press of the button and long press. So this button can perform up to 3 different features instead of just one. The next thing is the Magic portal, which you're gonna have to also activate in the Honor AI settings, and it lets you use the data from your screen instantly. So instead of copying text and pasting it wherever you want to do something with it, you can perform an action with the text right away. Simply hold it down and drag it to your Magic portal and perform an action that you want. For example, you can put an address directly into Maps, or if you want to watch a video about something, just select YouTube and open YouTube channel with the exact search of what you're looking for. And also, we can do this not only with text, but with visual. For example, here we have a photo. We can take a screenshot of it. By the way, you can screenshot part of the screen using your knuckle, and then do anything you want with the selected media. Besides, we can also use AI summaries in here. Also, you have to enable them in Honor AI settings, and they will let you alter the text that you need for your own purposes. So for example, we can customize, summarize the text. We can change the text's mood. All we have to do is select the text and tap the magic pencil, and then select one of the features that we want to perform with the text. So we can summarize the text, we can translate it quickly, we can make a table out of it, we can make a list out of it, and anything you really need to do with it. Besides, also enable Magic Sidebar and use it as a floating command center, because it's basically what it is. Once you have enabled it, you'll be able to drag it from one of the sides of your smartphone. Once the sidebar bar is opened, you'll be able to use things like Magic Portal, AI memories, notes, files, Honor AI, open your quick files. You can also customize your sidebar and easily access any application on your smartphone. So basically, this sidebar can replace the entire home screen of your device along with the original control center. Besides, let's talk about the home screen and the control center, because in Magic AI, in the MagicOS 10, we have many different features that allow customization of the home screen in many different ways. For example, we can enlarge any folder that we have, and sometimes even the applications and also the widgets. We can also add many different cool widgets to our home screen. Just hold your finger on the home screen to open the edit mode. Okay, so for some reason it's not working, but yeah, basically we have many different customization features for both the home screen and also the control center. So just tap edit in control center and add as many widgets as you want, replace your tiles, and adjust everything here to your needs. Now, besides, also don't forget about a huge 6,520 milliampere per hour battery with boost charging of yours on your smartphone. Therefore, you have a huge battery that will last for may last for several days. Allows you long gaming sessions, and also supports fast charging. It's a really cool feature of the smartphone that you should consider before buying it. Besides, the display of the device itself can be brightened up to incredible values. So as you can see right now, we can't even see anything on the screen. Of course, it's not the case with me. It's just the camera filter that's blocking the view, but because it just cannot handle so much light. And yeah, it also has 3840 Hz PWM dimming, and in display settings we can adjust the refresh rate up to 120 Hz. So not only we have a huge refresh rate, but we can also basically never worry about any screen flickering, even if we drop down the brightness value to the lowest. As you can see, even by reaching the lowest value, the phone's display isn't flickering at all, and the colors look incredible on this smartphone. And so yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Well, the last thing I can tell you about in this smartphone is its connectivity abilities. as we have many different cool stuff related to connectivity on the smartphone. So if we go to settings and more connections, as you can see, not only we have things like NFC, one tap, we also have the Honor Share, which is a cool feature if you have a PC you would like to work with. If you have a Honor tablet also, you can connect your devices to work with them seamlessly. And yeah, we also have link to Windows, we have printing services, we have wireless projection. Okay, it's not a cool trick, but still, it is really, really cool that we have so many different stuff on the smartphone, and we can also connect this smartphone with our domestic devices, so with our home smart lamps and some smart devices to control them using our smartphone, and native tools that we can find on our phone, like device control in the control center. And so that's pretty much it. So thank you for watching this video. I hope that it helped you, and if it did, please consider subscribing to our channel, leave us a like and a comment below, and I'll see you in the next one.